Yeah, I go chill in my man's crib, and there's two little girls, not little girls, college girls, of course, saying, oh yeah, let's play Ride the Bus, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm sitting there like, God damn, bro, this shit really is lonely. I'm in a crib full of people right now, listening to some dumb shit. This is lonely as fuck, bro. I got nobody to talk to right now. I'm dealing with little girls trying to play Ride the Bus. Pause. What the fuck is Ride the Bus? Why are you 22, 23 playing Ride the Bus? Come fuck with me. Let me open you an LLC. Let me build your business credit. Seriously, by the way, fucking LLC, C Corp. It's less tied, limited liability.
What's cooking, everybody? I am joined in the bunker today by my friend Gio Caradonis. I've known Gio since he was 5 or 6 years old. If you listen to last week's podcast with Nico Karalitis, Nico's younger brother Andrew and Gio grew up together as best friends, so that's how I knew him. And man, life has changed. We are out there doing our things, and Gio has been deep in the music business since he was literally like 18 years old. He's done it under the same company that he started, Aktive Records, and he's been pretty much exclusively on the marketing and promotion side. Done a nice job there, built up a big Rolodex, and now he's actually turning towards the ultimate vision, which was building out a full-blown record company through Aktive Records. He was always thinking ahead with the records thing. So it was nice to see him in person. Haven't seen him in person in a long time. I get to talk to this guy on the phone once in a while. We text all the time just to kind of I shouldn't say all the time, but we throughout the year we'll check in on each other, see what we're doing. He does a lot of business out in Europe, so again, haven't been around him, but I love having his energy in here. He is all gas, no brakes, man. What you hear on this podcast, this is what he's always been like. This is how he is. You will agree with some things he says. You will disagree with some things he says, but he is one of the most passionate people you'll ever hear. So I appreciate guys who come in and give their full-blown opinions on stuff and don't hold back. And he is definitely one of those guys. One other note on this episode. I am recording this intro a couple days before I release this, and I'm about to hit the road and finish my edit probably tonight after I get there. So I'm only a third of the way through the edit. But I know for a fact at some point you will hear the sonic brand like dun-ch, and it'll cut from where we are to the end where I say, give it a thought, get back to me. I don't know if that's going to be at like 2:30 or 2:45, whatever it is. I'll figure that out later. But I'm pretty good at having a biological clock to kind of know where we're at, like are we close to 3 hours? That's why I'm very consistent getting a lot of episodes in that 2 hour 50 to 3:05 strike zone. In this one, I totally lost track of it though. So we talked, I'm not going to say how long we talked, but it was a very, very long time. So at some point I will cut it off because there's no way I'd put out a podcast that long. And this is also a high energy podcast. So to put out the full thing, that would be a lot of time to hear this kind of energy from both of us. So when you hear that, that's why I don't like doing that, but that's my bad. I let it go a little too long. So yeah, we'll figure out where that is, but that's why you'll hear that. Now, if you haven't used the link in my description and the code Trendifier at checkout with my friends at 8 Sleep, you may want to consider doing so. 8 Sleep is a sleep company, hence it's right in the name. But they specifically make a mattress product that is also sold as a cover-only product, which very quickly, the semantics of that, mattress, full-blown thing, queen, king, whatever. Cover is the thing you can use your current mattress and you put the cover on top of the actual mattress, whether it's a queen or king, and you get access to the same thing, which is 8 Sleep's proprietary technology. Now, their tech is wired into their app that they've created that measures your sleep stages and your body temperature throughout the night and optimizes your sleep for you. I'm not going to go too deep into the tech, but it is crazy. I personally use the cover, and it works, man. I mean, it basically takes away all that restlessness you may have during the night. It takes away any grogginess you feel the next morning because you feel like, well, I slept 8 hours by the clock, but I feel like I slept 5 or 6. Essentially, you can sleep 6 hours and felt like you slept 8. And this company, I've had a chance to watch them grow since almost day one, pretty close to day one, when Alex Horowitz, my friend who was on number 17 and 18 of this podcast, became their chief of staff. And it's been an amazing thing. They believed in their product from day one, and they're winning on that because they are eating the mattress industry right now, and there's a good reason for it. They're also phenomenal to deal with, and while I haven't personally run into one of these examples, if you are very, very picky sleeper and you happen to try the product and not like it, this company will fully guarantee a full return and refund inside of 30 days. So you can give it a go, and if for some reason it doesn't work for you, you can send it back. And once again, they are phenomenal to deal with. They're great on the customer service side, so it will be no problem. But if you haven't tried it out yet and you want to get a better night's sleep, use the link in my description and the code Trendifier at checkout, and you will get $100 off either the mattress, the Pod Pro mattress, which is the full-blown mattress, or the Pod Pro cover, which is the cover you put on top. You won't regret it. Anyway, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And if you're on YouTube right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and leave a like and comment on the video if you would, please. And I hate asking this stuff. This whole segment makes me cringe every week, but I recognize in this business you do have to ask things of your listeners. So to everyone that's been helping out with any of this stuff I'm saying right now, amazing. If you are somebody who listens on Apple and Spotify and you're never on the YouTube, if you could take a second to subscribe there and just when an episode comes out at some point, just hit it and give it a like. Watch it for 30 seconds. But if you give it a like, it is a huge help to get other eyeballs on it. So I haven't asked hard enough for that, but if you guys could do that, enormous help. So thank you to everyone who does. If you can, just, when you have a minute, that would be amazing. To all the people who have been leaving 5-star reviews with a comment on Apple Podcasts, that is also an enormous help. It is huge for when new listeners come to the page and are deciding whether or not to give this podcast a try. So if you own an iPhone and you don't even listen on Apple Podcasts, but you have that app because it comes with the phone, and you could take a second to go in there and leave a 5-star review with a comment on the Trendifier with Julian and Dorey page. Huge help, and I would really appreciate it. Finally, with the word of mouth thing I've been working on the last couple of weeks with you guys, if you have a friend who listens to podcasts and has not heard this one yet, would love it if you picked out your favorite episode or maybe this most recent one and send it to them to see if they'll give it a try and give them a chance to fall in love with it like hopefully you have. That word of mouth is the best marketing we can do. And to all of you who have already voluntarily taken part in that or listened to me the last few weeks and done that, I appreciate you very much. We're growing this thing, and it is in no small thanks to all of you guys, and I will not forget that. That said, you know what it is. I'm Julian Dorey, and this is Trendifier. Let's go! This is one of the great questions in our culture. Where is the nuance? You're giving opinions and calling them facts. You feel me? Everyone understands this, but few seem to do it. If you don't like the status quo, start asking questions.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
So, what I was saying, I'd much rather just blast it all the way, lose my hearing now, than just half-ass it all the way through, you feel me? Rather have my prime years blast it off and then deal with the consequences later.
They'll have some crazy science,
Just
you'll get a new ear in 30 years. No problem. I can't, dude. If that shit doesn't happen, there's a problem because there's so many things where I'm like, I'll be able to get a new one,
bro. If they're putting new eyes in people, bro, and they can see, you're telling me my hearing can't get fixed?
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, bro. They already have the vibration and all that. It's a wrap.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We already got the Red Bull cracked open. This is gonna be dangerous.
Crack her open. Let's get some Henny poured out. We in the move right now.
Nico's gonna be pissed,
bro. That's I have the Henny because of Nico. I might have been 14 years old in the basement. Mm-hmm. I'm chilling with him, Andrew, his brother, and I see him bring down his bottle of Hennessy.
That was our drink.
Right.
So he was in here last week, and we got in, and I started to pour the drinks, and he goes, "Bro, what are you pouring?" I have the Doers over here.
Right.
And he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Doers." He's like, "Where's the Hennessy?" He got upset. He got upset. And I'm like, this is a Doers household right now.
Right.
Nico. When we make it, we'll be a Hennessy household again. Right. So when he walked in with Hennessy and I was cracking up.
Unbelievable.
I'm glad he's the one that got you into it.
Of course, bro. Since a young, bro, what I saw was, thanks, bro. What I saw from him was, Nico, he's always had that OG style to him. I've always admired him about that. And I'll just never forget, that nice glass, some ice cubes in it, some Henny on the rocks, chilling, some Jay-Z playing in the background, super low, And that really inspired me. I don't think I've ever told him like that, but, here it is.
You did now.
Yeah, I just did now, so.
We had, and that's what, that's part of the reason I think we got along so well. We had the same kind of like vibes of like doing it the old school way with stuff. But there are some old school things, even though we've learned the new school ways how you got to go.
Exactly.
There are some old school things. They're not too bad.
Just like being an OG, man.
Yeah.
And that was the...
You get a little Henny out there, pour out a good glass of something. You wear a nice suit to a podcast like that.
Right. Thank you, brother.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey, cheers, brother.
Yes, sir. To the future to success, Brody.
What was that? To the future to success.
To the future and success.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I was thinking about, though, today?
Tell me.
The last time I actually saw you. Because, like, I don't know if you relate to this, but
Right.
because we're so connected now, we don't think about, like, the last time we saw someone
Never.
physically. Like, you and I actually talk, right?
Yeah.
One of my best friends, I saw him the other day, went to his house. We talk every single day of our lives. And probably 10 minutes after I got there, he was like, yo, bro, I haven't seen you since, like, December. I was like, oh, fuck, yeah.
Right.
That's right, because you kind of forget. But I legit have not seen you since a fateful night in June 2014.
Yes. Yeah, that's from me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You see, I was never put on that. I was never put on to that information, you know?
Yeah.
You want to tell us? I would love to, but.
I think we should go back and forth on it. But yeah, to be fair, and by the way, for people listening, not watching, I held up my scar on my shoulder here. So to be fair, I already had a slightly torn labrum that I'd had since I was a kid. But that night, whenever I tell this story too, and people are like, yo, how'd you dislocate your shoulder for the first time? I'm like, I was saying hi to an old friend.
You got to leave it out, right?
And they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, honestly, you had to be there. I don't know, he was a big guy. Like,
right.
Like you were fucking huge.
I was wrestling at the time too.
Exactly. And you're like, yo, what's up, bro? Like we start hugging it out, and then boom, my foot goes out, then I go down. And when I hit the ground, like my shoulder went down to my elbow, right? And your arm is, if anyone's ever dislocated their shoulder, it's like, it's not painful when it happens. It's fucking weird though, right? And my arm's out like this, and I get up and I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I'll look at, right away you were like, oh, bro.
Was that 2014?
Yeah,
because that was the first time I've ever witnessed like real like harm. Like, dude, I really, you went to the hospital that night. Like,
it was a
I
total
felt so young. How old?
Yeah, it was a total. It was kind of hysterical. Though,
right,
too.
right. Yeah.
It was pretty fucking funny. But Nico was not like, he's like, bro, you're fine. Just go get some Hennessy. I'll put you on the couch. You're fine. And then I pull up my shirt, and the shoulder blade is like down there. And Nico's like, fuck!
Oh my, bro, traumatizing for me,
Dude.
bro. And it's funny because, like you said, we've been so connected on the internet that I didn't think about that till today.
Yeah.
When I was like, damn, when did I last see him? And then I'm like, oh my God, bro. That's fucking nice, bro.
Yeah, how old were you? Because you're like,
It wasn't 20.
Me.
It had to be a year before.
No, it was 2014.
Was it?
Yep.
So 15, 16.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, the scar, that was the second time it happened.
Was I the first time or the second time?
Yeah, you were the first time.
Okay.
You were the one that popped the cherry there.
Right, because I was about to say, bro, that's that's crazy.
Yeah, don't take that the wrong way.
Thank you.
Either way.
Pause.
That was that was like one surgery, and I did it a year and a half later, and it worked great, like phenomenal. I got my life back. I was deadlifting, squatting, boxing like a motherfucker, and then I had a really bad accident June 2018, and I dislocated it again, and that time they had to go in and do this.
Okay.
And the doc who did that did an unbelievable job, but that was like the second time was very depressing. The first time I was like, all right, let's get after it. Right. Then you do the whole thing, you get this normal life that I had never had, because I always had a torn labrum, right? Mm-hmm. So it was never normal. And then once I got fixed, I was like, holy fuck, it's a new lease on life.
Right.
And then you heard it again, and you're like, oh, fuck. Right. But hey, we're all good now.
That's beautiful, man.
So
that's
no
beautiful.
Complaints.
Yes, sir.
But dude, it's good to catch up, like actually in person with people after a long time. And I watch what you do. I mean, you've been in the music game for what, like 5 years?
Since I was 10.
Well, yeah, but like
professionally in the game,
yeah,
we'll say 6 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
either way,
2015 around there.
It's a long time because you're what, 24, 25?
Yeah, 23.
You're still
23, bro.
Holy shit, you're a baby. Jesus Christ.
That's what they say, dude. That's what they say. It's actually, growing up, I used to think that it was a good thing. I'd get into places, I could be in certain circles that other people couldn't just because of my appearance. But now as I get older, when people are trying to ask if my brother's my son, You know, different. You know, I'm out with my mother. They say, "Oh, is this your husband?" You know, it starts to get a little weird after a while. You know, and it's just like, I kind of wish I was younger, man. You know, it's crazy to think about.
You have like a really interesting look because, in a way, like you have a baby face, which is a good thing, but then you don't. You have like I've seen 6 wars, and I've literally. Well, I've been around.
It's because I have, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's something that I take pride in that, you know, as a young kid, like we just told us with Nico, that, you know, it's like I used to love breaking bread with the old heads, you know what I mean? Because what I did growing up was, you know, I would learn from the evils that the game has in it, you know? I would learn the mistakes. I would learn all these things, like, because somebody like me, I focus on the negatives. I focus on the faults. That's how I learn my lesson, you know? So what I do is breaking bread with the old heads, like, it just gave me that vibe, you know? I've seen things at a younger age. It gave me that mentality, that fearlessness, you know? That beast in me. And that's kind of what just took over my body, but my face remains the same, like you said. So,
with the goatee and everything, and the swag. But and to be fair though, like the old heads you're talking about, you're talking about. I mean, you're Greeks. I mean, I grew up in that with Nico. Like you guys all stick together. It's a beautiful thing.
Exactly, and as you should.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And we don't put enough emphasis on that because it's not like this over tribal thing where fuck everyone else. It's just like, yo, we remember our roots and what we're about. It's like a beautiful thing.
That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to conduct business, conduct secrets, and do things within your culture.
What do you mean conduct secrets?
Just your everyday conduction, you know, everything that you're doing every day, all of the business, all of your, you know, family values, family rules. You don't spread the things that I abide by. I don't spread that with anybody, you know, like unless you're coming and joining, you know, the circle, unless you want to know. So I believe very strongly in that. Always stick within your circle. Always stick to your culture.
And when you're talking about the old heads, though, you're talking about a lot of guys. None of them were in the music business.
No, none of them.
None of them. You know, but you're learning a lot of those values that you then take to this business. Which, to be fair, the music business, in addition to being a cutthroat fucking place, is a very different kind of business. You know, it's not like anything else. And you could say that about a lot of things, but especially in music, because there's also star power.
Right.
I mean, you know, you've forgotten more in the last 5 minutes than I've known in my whole life. And even I know that, like, yo, there's some wild shit. Right. But you seem to have taken, like, a lot of the things, like, maybe that, like, a Spiro teaches you and whatever, that you're like, oh, I can relate that to working with this artist or doing this
That's the thing, man. Learning from, you know, from the Spiros, my fathers, the Stathis, you know, all the OGs in the church. The church has its own community itself. My dad's best friends are lawyers. They're heart surgeons. You know what I mean? That's coming from the community, the culture, you know? They're willing to give that to their own culture, you know? And like being a boss, bro, that can be applied to any industry.
Yeah.
Being an OG, being a boss, elevating the people around you, you know? Everybody's out to get it and not elevate the ones around them. Everybody wants their own kingdom and everyone under them, you know? But something I learned from these old heads was everyone needs their own kingdom, you know? I'm going to bring you up, just say, but I'm giving you your own kingdom. You can take my game and fly off if you want, you know? Do your own thing, but that's one of the most important things I've learned from the old heads. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, music, art, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Being a boss has no limits.
I like that.
Definitely.
I think that's such a... I don't know the word I'm looking for because I don't want to just boil it down to like Greek or whatever, but it's this kind of, it's that true immigrant chasing the American dream value while maintaining those roots like we talked about,
right.
Because there's something to it. And again, I've seen it throughout my life, so I feel like I understand it very well. Like my dad was the lawyer there for a long time with all the Pats guys and everything, and he would always say it too. There's just this thing that it's, I don't know. I can't do it justice with words, but it's this understanding that like once you make what you deem to be like, hey, I have a great life, I have a great family, my priorities are in order, I get to enjoy the fine things. I also, you know, I don't feel like an asshole. I'm just kind of living my life and I'm happy. Once they have that, there's an extent to which they want everyone else to go get that, right? And then they want you, to use your words, to be able to fly off and go out on your own and get the same thing and then be able to pass down that legacy. Right.
And I agree with that 100% because there's nothing good and just... Okay, let me ask you something. You go on a vacation, right? You got 100 thou on you, right? You got 5 of your boys with you. Okay, cool. You're putting on everybody. You guys are out here. And then what happens? You all go home and they're in the same position, right? Imagine you go on a vacation now and everybody's got 100,000. Imagine you got 5 bosses with you, not 5 homies with you, you know? Yeah. That's just something I always think about. And that is the biggest thing in the Greek culture, bro, in my opinion. It's just elevating everybody. You know, Spiro, like you said, has done a great job with things like that, where I've learned that when you take the restaurant business, right? Why would you buy product from somebody else when you could be the one distributing the product yourself? And now your places are getting it for the low or for free, you know, and you're collecting a profit on top, you know. That's something also that I've applied, like in music. Like, why would I pay for a studio when I could build my own studio? Now, my brother doesn't have to pay for studios. I don't have to pay for studios, but I get paid on studios, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with merchandise, just say. Why would you buy from someone merchandise when you can create your own? You know? And now by you creating your own, you're also selling other people's merchandise. You're collecting like clients, you know? Everything's free at the end of the day. And everything's in your pocket. You know, so the number one thing I've learned from the Greek community, because we're still talking, was ownership. You need ownership.
There's a lot of directions to go with different things you said. I want to start with the part about if you have 5 buddies on vacation, you all have 100,000 versus just you having it.
Right.
It's interesting because that takes away any aura of like wanting to be a control freak on stuff, right? Because let's be honest, there are a lot of people. I worked in the money game. I know what this is. There are a lot of people who love that feeling of people have to rely on them to survive. It's like a power thing, and it often ends up bad.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
disgusting.
I agree. Look, a lot of it's out of insecurities, and a lot of it is out of just being completely lacking all self-awareness, I think. But when you're using words like trying to be a boss and then why pay for other people's shit to get my own studio, bringing it back to that, I think it's important to have that foundation that you do of like, hey, I want everyone to win here. Because let's face facts here. When you're talking about record labels, especially today, and I know like there's been a lot of years of doing a lot of other things that built to this, and we'll get to your actual label later, and because I want to talk about that on its own. But like the idea of like a label, we're in this like quote unquote decentralized world where people can go, you know, they can go, artists can put their own shit out and
direct
stuff.
to consumer.
Yes, exactly. Now, there's still all kinds of barriers. There's still, when you're not putting money behind stuff, you know this.
Always put your own money up, by the way.
Actually, sidebar, what do you mean by that?
You're not a boss if you don't put up your own money. If you're hiding behind other people's money, you're just
saying
a front.
bet on yourself.
Yeah. Put up your own bread.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And then I think to an extent, there gets to a place once you've done that. I agree with that. Like, especially when you're starting out, do that. Put yourself out there. Show that you're committed. You have skin in the game.
Right.
Then once you get to a point, there is kind of this barrier to entry. There's a reason that Taylor gets 50 to 80 million behind every single album she puts out. You know, versus the person who's making it indie and, you know, has been at it for 5 years, putting their own money behind it, and then only gets a little bit of money behind it from the outside, right? So money is important, but I think that if you're building it from the extent that the people you bring through there, and let's even keep it one-dimensional, let's say the artists you bring through there, because eventually, you know, you want to have a lot of outside people. You want to be an A&R and scout talent, find it, bring it in. You're bringing them in to be a part of the family so they can earn through that. They can be a part of this crest, this Aktive Records crest.
Right.
And then you're not going to be the guy that actually puts it out there like, oh, like I fucking own you.
No.
Because that's not what you want.
Bro, I don't want employees, bro. I want partners.
I like that.
Everybody's a partner, like I said, bro. I want you to build your own kingdom. Like, I want that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want... Why would you... Dude, you don't... There's no respect for someone that works for you. You have no respect. Like, bro, you might show respect, but deep down at the end of the day, if you can't make somebody a partner, if you can't put someone in position, bro, you have no respect for them as a human being. You have respect for them as your employee because they make good work for you and they might put you on, but if you're not a partner with me, I just don't want you. If you're not trying to be a boss, I don't want you. What's the point? You know what I mean?
I think that you have that true entrepreneurial mindset, and I think it's on steroids. I think it's on HGH. I think it's swimming through your veins, and I've seen this a lot. And there's a lot of aspects of it because I have that mindset, and there's a lot of, it's different for different people, but there's a lot of our mindsets that do come together. I have a lot of trouble when I see people, especially people who secretly or on the low key are great at something, and they don't show the world. That I can't comprehend it. I learned to just kind of like, you know what? I can't want it more for them, so I go my own way. But I can't. You know what I mean? I can't get in their head about that.
It's not possible, bro. It's not possible to get in their head about that. I believe there's no way. Like the person that you just explained right now, I believe there's 3 types of people in this world, right? The person that knows and does. The person that doesn't know and just doesn't do. And the third, which is the worst one, is what you just explained, is the person that knows but doesn't do. That is the worst possible thing. That just means you're afraid. You're not fearless. You're not a boss. You're pussy at the end of the day.
I would separate that final group into 2 types.
Okay.
Because I've seen this.
Okay.
And this is what I mean when I'm talking about your entrepreneurial mindset, because I struggle with the same thing. I have to pull myself back sometimes and say, hey, this person wants other things, right? The people you're talking about who are afraid to do it, and it's tough. Everyone has a different experience, a different life, and look, at the end of the day, you have to make your decisions. You can't, there's things to hang excuses on, but eventually, like if you want something, and this is one of those 2 types, if you actually do want it, and you don't go get it for whatever reason, that's on you. And it's hard for me to comprehend that. And I prove that through what I do here and what I gave up to do it.
Right.
The second type of those, though, and I've seen this, are the people who are great at those things, but they're happy in their life. They're happy with another thing, and they don't want it.
I don't even get it. Bro, I don't. You have to re-say it, bro. That doesn't even process. Like, I have no idea what you just said.
I'll give you an example. I won't say his name. Very good friend of mine. One of the smartest people I've ever known. One of the best people with the best person with people I have ever seen in my life. Incredible. And it always did the best I've ever seen with women, like beyond what you could even comprehend. Like just incredible as a guy all the way around. He does well. He's got a great life. He makes good money for himself and whatever. He does not. I always said, like, if you want to be Steve Jobs, like the next Steve Jobs, you can do it. That's not what he wants. And yet he makes a lot of money. He provides, right? He's not doing something in public. He's not doing something that's going to make him the boss or whatever. But like, he always has so much happiness to him, and he hasn't had an easy life either. He's had a lot of bad shit happen to him.
Well, that should make him go harder. Why is he not going harder?
It's not no, but that's the thing. That's my point. He's going hard, not at maybe the things he's the best at. He works very hard, but he works hard at something that makes him happy. That's not like something that's, as an extreme example, if someone's an unbelievable singer, right? Like that's a one in a million type person, or 1 in 100,000 type person if they're like Whitney or something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas I'm not talking about that. He works hard at like something that other people maybe could do. More people could do than that. Mm-hmm. But he's happy. And he likes that life. And he enjoys it. And he's been doing it for a very long time. And I think he has a lot more perspective on the world. So people like that, I get. The people that come in and say like, I want to do this thing. I want to be the best at this. Like, I love, stay on music, just as a simple example. I love fucking being a rapper. And I think I'm fucking amazing at it. But then, they don't put out their songs. They don't go into the studio.
Right.
They go out on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, and it's not business related. They don't stop everything. And like, I'll say this too. We've talked about it on the podcast, so I feel more comfortable saying it. But like, I gave up everything to do this. And hopefully I'm right, but thank you. I feel like this is what I'm meant to do, and I can build something here. It will take time, and it will suck for a long time, but I threw away a fuck ton of money,
right,
for our age especially, to go do this, because I was like, okay, I was doing something that other people could do, number one, and number two, I was doing something I didn't like, and number three, I wanted this.
Right.
And so I went and got it, right? Those are the people that I do want to surround myself with. It just makes me very sad when people want that, but they don't do those things.
Well, why does it make you sad?
Because the world will never get to see what they're really about.
It wasn't meant to see what they're about when you break it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I completely understand that situation with your mans and this and that. But at the end of the day, is he making over 100 a year? Over 100?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was about to say, like,
he's like, okay.
Yeah, but no. That's not, it's not yeah, okay, but it's yeah, okay for what I was just going to say. You know what I'm saying? But what happens, everybody's got their ups and downs, right? Yes. Everybody can be replaced. What happens when you get replaced and you don't have that hunter? And then you gotta settle for something else because your bills are so high. And then your mother, your sister, your father, your brother, they come up with some crazy disease, knock on wood. They need help now. They need treatments. They need medicine. What happens when you're when eventually you turn 40 in 10 years and you're like, damn, bro, I have 4 children right now. I don't got that 100 a year no more. What happens when those things happen? You know what I'm saying? So something I always focus on is, like, you can't, what if these things happen to me? You know, everyone's happy until something like that happens to you, you know? And I've heard that argument before, some people are just happy doing this, some people, yeah, blah, blah. But what happens when that happens? Everybody's fucked. You're not happy no more. You're sad. You know what I mean? So I totally respect that. But in my world, I can't even fathom that. I can't even fathom. All good. I don't want to get it's all good. I don't want to get upset right now. You know, I get a little passionate about these things, and it's like, it just really hurts me, you know? Because you even said, like, you have to take a step back and think about it, right? So why is your man's not taking a step back and thinking about it? But there's also another thing that you got to think about is not everyone has a vision, you know? You have Trendifier. You know what you want to do. I know what I want. I have my record label. I have Aktive Records. Like, I know what I want to do. And because we have that soul vision, you can now grow off of it. Like now, like I said, I can get on and put my mans on to my merchandise business, you know, and have them printing shirts like some of my boys do. And they're out there pumping shit. Pause. But, you know, and it's like, I can do that. When you're all right, you got that job for $100,000 a year, right? Can you give your son a job tomorrow? Can you wake up and say, son, come on, you're coming to work? No, you can't do that. Do you own any stock in that company? What happens when you go? Who you giving it to? What's your son got? You know what I'm saying? At $100,000 a year, which we're not talking about man specifically now. We're talking generally. Yeah. At $100,000 a year, you're not, dude, unless you're the most financial savvy motherfucker, bro, you're not getting a bunch of real estate and opening up your own shops and restaurants and whatever you want to do. You know, you're not doing that. You're not going on a illustrious vacation. Bro, having a boss to me is like having somebody call, Daddy, can I take off of work for 2 weeks, Daddy? You know, Daddy, my stomach hurts today. Can I go home? I'm sick, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's cool to me for the older generations, you know, because they didn't come up like we came up. We have the internet at our hands. We have phones that everything I do is off my phone, bro. I don't have to leave my crib. Obviously I do, but I don't have to when you break it down, you know? There's no such thing as asking, hey, Daddy, can I go on a vacation for 2 fucking weeks? Do these 2 weeks work out with you, or do we have some shit going on? And that's the shit that bothers me. It's like, how could you know? And then what about your children? You know? And 20 years, bro, in 20 years, if you are not running your own shit, I can just imagine what's about to go down in 20 years, bro. How come every time, all right, I'm going a bit off topic, but how come every time I walk into a school, it looks like a courthouse? Why does it look like a jail, you know? Why is everybody sitting at desks? Why are we taught from a young age that we go to school bro, we wake up earlier for school than you wake up for a 9 to 5. Why am I waking up at 6 o'clock and going into school at 7 and leaving at 2, 3, whatever time it is? Why are you programming us to do that shit from a young age? Why am I learning in school about fucking chemistry, bro? What is chemistry, bro? What is geometry, dude? I don't know. What, are we using geometry here? Are we literally... are we reading Edgar Allan Poe's here and shit? I know no one I know has read a book in 10 years, bro. No one I know.
Really?
Except for probably me, dude. I read every day.
You read all the time.
Every day, every single day for 2-3 hours a
and
day.
Don't you think that's pretty good, though?
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I know what I know.
Yeah.
And breaking bread with the old heads, reading, and just being a fucking boss, bro. Just being an OG, dude. Trying to install this shit into people's heads. Like I said, why are we taught from age kindergarten that we have to sit in a place for 8 hours? Desk style, corporate style, bro. Corporate style, raising my hand to ask a question. I get suspended if I'm late. Are you kidding me, bro? I'm going to get suspended if I'm late? Does that make sense? Not one time, 3, 4, 5 times, whatever. But bro, you just at that point just fire me from school, kick me out, so I can at least learn that. Yeah, daddy, fire me. Pause. But it's like,
But look, I'm not surprised at all. I talked to you. I know you're passionate. Like,
bro, I'm mad, bro.
Dude, I'm mad. You've brought the heat, but
I'm pissed.
There's like, you just brought in the school thing.
Right.
I do not want to forget that because that's we're gonna get to that like in a second.
I would love to get whenever, bro.
The thing before that though, that you said, where you were talking about like, where you were walking through, I can't fathom the idea of not owning my shit. Therefore, when I go, like, what happens? Or you even said, like, can I give my son a job in this? Okay, well, it's not fucking mine or anything.
Right.
This is, maybe I can't believe I never thought of this. I really, like, this is a eureka moment for me, which, yeah, Nico taught me all about eureka on the last episode, so I'm laughing about that. But it's another eureka moment for me because I've been around Nico and then I've been around you guys and all you goddamn Greeks for so long, like since I was 3 or 4 years old, and everyone's successful, and and the generation right above us, like, you know, Spiro's generation, everything, they all came here, right?
Bro, my dad jumped off a boat.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And now he owns a soccer team in Greece and is the vice president.
And that's
the fuck am I gonna look up to now? Vice presidency, bro.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. I never put this together, but they know what it's like to not have anything. They know what it's like to have, like, governments fail, to be conquered. It is passed down.
Dictatorship,
yes,
bro. Dictatorship, literally.
It is passed down generation to generation. And they come here, and they're recent, many of them, to come here, right? It's not like they, you know, plenty of Greeks came here on Ellis Island and stuff, but I'm saying, like, that's a community in Europe that largely, a lot of them have been immigrating here in the last, like, 30, 40 years, right? They came here and they're like, we can't do any of this shit in our home, but we can come to America because in America, anything's possible. That dream is there.
Right.
And so they come here and they say, yo, I'm going to be happy, but I'm going to get my moolah, I'm going to have my fucking family, and I'm going to own what I do because you know what? In America, they can't take it from you.
Right.
And that mentality's been beaten into you.
Right.
And so I respect the fuck out of that. And am I right about that?
100% you're right.
Okay.
100%.
Let's get to the school point.
So
though.
the school, okay.
Okay. This is what I want to do.
Ask
and
me.
if you have other thoughts, like we'll
Tell
get
me,
back
tell
to
me.
that. I just don't want to miss this because it's directly related to the point about owning what you have.
Right.
With school, you said we're programmed.
Bro, programmed.
Yeah, why do you say this?
Let's
Expand
spell it
upon
out
that.
for everybody. Honestly, I don't even know how to spell it. No, I'm playing. But the issue with that is from, how old are you in kindergarten? 4, 5?
Something like
From
that.
5 years old up to what's college? 22, 23?
Something like that.
From 5 to 22, we'll say, you are programmed to sit at a desk for the exact 9 to 5 hours that anybody else would sit at. You're programmed to raise your hand for shit. You're programmed to not be allowed to go to the bathroom. I went to a Catholic school. Could you imagine, you know, them coming in and say, oh, yeah, you got to sign this paper to go out? You have to ask, too? Could you imagine that, bro?
No.
Could you imagine having a teacher tell you that you're not shit because you're not listening to her literature class? You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine having to sit there behind a fucking desk for 8 hours a day and then going through high school, going through college and say, fuck, I've been sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day my whole life. How am I going to change this? Look, school programs us for 2 things. School says you either sit here for 8 hours a day, learn about some bullshit, go to college, learn about more bullshit. It's not bullshit, but you know, you can learn. But then you either take that route or you take the route of an athlete. School literally teaches you, bro, you either go corporate and sit your ass at a desk for 50 fucking years, or you become an athlete, which the margins are very, very thin. That is so rare to become a professional athlete. It is so rare, and people don't even realize it. It is so rare. So they're teaching us two things. Either become an athlete, spend all your time on the field all day, say fuck school, but by the time college comes, you might get in on the athletes thing, but if it doesn't, you're just fucked because you're dumb as shit. You've been just focused on football your whole life or basketball, and now you're not making it. So now you're wasting more years going to prep leagues or going to other schools and then going to college one day when you're 22, and then you're fucked. You got no money. You're 26 years old in college. Run it back now. Then you got the kids that you'll sit at a desk all your life, high school, high school, college. You come out, you're shit. All right. Another thing. How come I can't go to a bank, okay, and get a fat ass loan for my business that I have a business plan for, that I have a resume for? My credit, bro, I have a 760 credit score. Literally 10 cards. I'm working on my 11th. It's like I got credit lines. And you're telling me because my business is fairly new, you know, registered and that, I can't get a business loan for 20 grand, 30 grand, 40.
You view it all as tied together.
Yes. But then you got a kid who can get a student fucking loan for $150,000 over 4 years, not have a single job, and they expect them to pay it after 4 years. But me, a guy who has literally ran through hundreds of thousands of dollars, can't get a loan from the bank, you know, just to match my bread up or anything. Bro, I even went in there. I have a good relationship with the business account lady and shit. I went in there with 30 grand and said, give me 30. I got 30 right here. Give me another 30. I need 60 in total. And you know what she said to me? Sorry, we can't do that. We need real collateral. We need to have... How the fuck you expect me to start a business, bro? Literally. Yeah. So then I realized after that day is you got to put your own bread up. You got to be a boss. You got to just put your own bread up and say fuck everybody. Because at the end of the day, look what they're programming us through school. Look what they're programming us through all this bullshit. So now what? Because what bro, I'm sorry. What happens happens when a less fortunate individual whose family has tried putting them through college, you know, putting them through school, we're getting blah, blah, immigrant whatever. They get hit with all these loans at the end. And now they're fighting all these years after to pay it off, bro, because their parents or anybody was too fucking stupid to realize, bro, this ain't the route. Bro, we got people, bro, tell me something. Why are you spending the first 2 years of college learning general shit? Why don't they teach us real estate in high school? Why don't they give us debate teams? My school didn't. My school was 12 grand a year or something. High school. We had no fucking debate team. You kidding me? No debate team, bro. Why aren't we taught to be politicians? Why aren't we taught to write laws? Why aren't we taught to own businesses? Why are we taught to sit at a desk? They don't want you to do those things. That's why I'm pissed the fuck off all the time, bro. I'm always pissed because they took my own people, bro. They took my own people all these years of my life preaching this shit, doing all this shit. And my own people are taken from the system. My own friends, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just have this passion in me, this fire to just eat them up, dude. To just build kingdoms. Give everybody a kingdom. Put everybody on. Because that is disgusting, bro. It is disgusting that they do that shit to me. And nobody cares. Everybody's worried about fucking COVID or some bullshit always going on in the world. All this distraction, bro. All this media distraction. Bro, if you're a consumer, okay, I'm not even going to say what I think. But if you just know that I don't fuck with you in a certain way, you know, with the way you're putting on everybody else, the things that you're putting other people.
Wait, who? Consumer?
Consumers, yes. Consumers.
Okay, so
people that don't create something. People that don't got an
Yeah.
opinion. People that just sit there and chatty patty the fuck out of themselves. Just spread gossip and negativity and bullshit. People always in your business. People just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? Say, oh, look at this. What can we come up with about this? Shit like that. That is programming. That is programming. I cannot remember a time in my life where I have seen something good and had something bad to say about it, unless I just don't fuck with you, unless you're just my enemy. You know what I'm saying? So how do you have all these people, bro? Like, how can you look at what I do, like certain things about what I do and certain things about what I say, and not follow it? How can you not call me? How could you just be watching something online? How could you take a day off? You're trying to build something massive in your fucking, you know what? How are we taking days off here? How are people taking days off on the weekends and shit? How are people doing recreational activities in their 20s? How the fuck does that happen, bro? Why are we, it's pure, and no one's spreading the game is what's pissing me off, bro. Everybody wants their own kingdom. Everybody doesn't want people to know what they're doing. Why are we like
being quiet about it?
Everybody. Why are you doing something massive for the world and not fucking talking about it and bringing on interns and bringing on a bunch of people and having a big business for yourself?
I think I think there are plenty of people who do. It's just, not everyone does it.
Bro, I'm talking about New Jersey, bro. I don't know New York. I don't know Delaware. I'm talking about New Jersey. Where the fuck what's his name? Who's from Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
He's from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Where the fuck's his music factory? Where's his music factory?
Who's he with now?
I don't know. He lives in Jersey, bro.
But he's always been signed to a label. Like he was.
Bro, it doesn't matter. He's the voice of America.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi, you are the voice of America. I hope he hears this shit.
Too. He's a businessman
too.
Yeah,
bro, a businessman who's not sharing shit, bro. You're one of the biggest singers of all time in American history. When people think of America, what's that song he's got? The American song.
Who? Bruce Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen. I said Bon Jovi. Sorry, Bruce Springsteen.
No, both of them are Jersey guys.
Whatever, but both of them. Yeah. Okay, fine, both of them. Where are their music factories? Where are their music schools? Where are their business development schools? Where are these things for their community, bro? Why are people getting on and leaving? Why are you not building people around you? Why the fuck do I gotta wake up every day and deal with losers in my area of where I live? Why do I have to look at bullshit every day? Why is no one trying to take that next step? Everybody's so consumed by this public opinion. I don't want to do this because what's he gonna say? I don't want blah. First off, bro, if you're worried about anybody's opinion, first off, you get no pussy and you got nothing going on in your life. Straight up, dude, straight up, bro. You got something going on, bro. Another thing, why are you not just listening? Take advice. The closest people I know, not including my immediate family, because they already know the vibes, bro. I learned this shit from them. Why are you getting upset when someone tries to put you on? Why are you not understanding the science behind this shit? You know? Hold on.
Hey, cheers so far, by the way. This is
thank you.
You're bringing the heat. I like it.
Bro, this is every day for me, bro. Yeah. And sure, it might be good. And I don't think I'm pissed all the time. I'm only pissed because I'm trying to prove a point here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes it gets hard, bro. And I've realized what they say by it's lonely at the top. I'm not at the top, but I understand that now. Yeah. I used to think it was when I was younger, you know, an insecure young bull, more immature. I used to think what they were saying was it's once you make it, you got bread, no one's fucking with you, no one's there. False. What I've realized is once I broke that fucking matrix, once I really got super deep in my shit, I realized that nobody around me, excluding my immediate family, thinks like me.
Yes.
Not a single person. So I could be chilling with yous. Yeah, I go chill in my man's crib, and there's two little girls, not little girls, college girls, of course, saying, oh yeah, let's play Ride the Bus. Let's do this, let's do that. And I'm sitting there like, God damn, bro, this shit really is lonely. I'm in a crib full of people right now, listening to some dumb shit. This is lonely as fuck, bro. I got nobody to talk to right now. I'm dealing with little girls trying to play Ride the Bus. Pause. What the fuck is Ride the Bus? Why are you 22, 23 playing Ride the Bus? Come fuck with me. Let me open you an LLC. Let me build your business credit. Seriously, by the way, fucking LLC, C Corp. It's less tied, limited liability.
C Corp.
Let's run C. Anyway, why, like... How could you, what drives me crazy, Julian, is how could you not kill for this? I'm willing to die for this. I am willing to die, bro, for my cause.
When you say that, though.
Yes.
I believe you.
I don't mean literally.
No. I believe you in the sense that, like, it's not like I'm going to go jump off the bridge right now to prove I want to do this. I know that. I don't need to take it completely literally. But I believe you in the sense that you look at it like, all right, I've done some great things so far, but now I'm doing my thing, right? Now I'm going to go build, I'm taking all the Rolodex I've built up and the money I've made to now roll it into actually making Aktive Records.
Everything's been my thing since the rip, by the way. I've never taken a dollar from anybody.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, this is going to be the thing where it's not like you're doing all right, I'm going to go make this deal happen, I'm going to go make that deal happen, and you're kind of, it's like one-offs, right? You have made a great fucking early career when you were 18 years old doing one-offs and being able to then get yourself to bigger and bigger people and make connections. Now you're talking about building a foundation where it's not one-offs.
Right.
You're coming in and you're doing the whole kit and caboodle here. And it's like, to you don't want to be the guy who's like, okay, I'm going to be in here and just be the boss for the sake of being the boss. Rather, you want to be a guy who's like, I'm going to build something here because I don't understand why everyone else doesn't want to do this and bring people with them and let them fucking do it too. It goes right back to what we were talking about at the very beginning.
So the thing that you said with the one-offs. So as a young bull, I wasn't thinking this is a one-off, this is a one-off. The whole time, my business and my brand is myself. So it might look like a one-off to you, but it's really not. It's really been building this foundation since 18 years old, you know?
Yeah, let me restate that for you too, because I fucked that up. That's my bad.
It's all good.
When I'm saying like a one-off, I'm saying there's a huge difference that you've now built your name to be able to get yourself to this position. There's a huge difference between, I just signed this artist to my label, we're going to be partners now for the next 10 years, versus, I have learned that I like to fuck with these guys over here, and they now like me too, and we're doing some business back and forth. Whereas, technically, even though they're not going to do this, they could be like,
I'm out of here. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Exactly, bro. Especially in the point where I'm at, I'm not looking to sign exactly an artist and just have him under me.
Yes.
I'm not signing a single artist right now until I'm in the position to give them their own record label. That is the only time I'm signing on. I'm not signing no fuck boys, no young bulls. They got to be young, but I'm saying no young bulls, young bull minded. On top of that, if you're not just a G, like if you don't even got to come into me as an OG, dude. You got to just come up to me ready to learn. You got to come up to me correct, you know? If you want this and I see you're dying for this, I'll give it to you. Because me growing up, I had to go get everything, bro. Dude, like you said, Greek people, right? So also that no young bulls are sitting in on conversations with the old heads. It just doesn't happen. It's not.
You know what does happen though?
What?
I'll give this some credit because I agree with you. I didn't. I shouldn't say I totally agree with you because I did see some of that in my immediate examples with Nico and Andrew. But yes, by and large, I understand what you're saying. Like a lot of the other guys I was around, I didn't see any of that. So I agree. However, there was also the aspect that like they're all trying to. I want to make sure I say this right. They are all trying to go make their own name too, and do it like in a new era, the second generation or whatever. You have found a way to morph taking those ideas and putting it into the generation you're doing. I think there's a little bit of a wall there for a lot of them where they're like, all right, no, we kind of got to draw the line and we'll figure it out ourselves. I get that. I think you have a better perspective on it though.
100%. So the thing with that too is I've realized that it's not about people that are my age. It's not about people that are older than me. It's about the next generation under you. What's going to happen when you hit that 40-year-old peak right there of, when you're ready to take that next step into the next chapter of your life at 40, just say, and you're out of the loop. Bro, come on, bro. Admit that there's nothing worse than like, oh, dude, look at that old head. Yeah. Look at that dude, bro. He don't know shit. They're playing some dumbass music. They got some shit like just dumb. Like, oh, you're just that old head. There's nothing worse than that. But I know old heads that keep the young bulls with them, who let them generate their businesses for them, come up with new ideas, come up with the overall vision. And these are the old heads that succeed. The old heads that put the young bulls in position. If you don't put a young bull in position and you're putting someone your age in position, it's a dub. Think about this, right? The technology from 1900 to 2000, right? That 100 years of technological development happened within the years of 2000 and 2010. That 100 years that it took to find some shit we found in these 10 years.
Less.
Yes. 90 years less than the original 100.
No, but it's even less.
Yeah, whatever. But
Yeah.
now
No,
it's definitely
you're exactly right.
it's definitely
Yes.
less.
Yeah.
So imagine by the time we're 40 years old, new shit's gonna be coming out every day. If you're not keeping up with the exact current shit, you're a dub. It's over. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing I stress too, is surround yourself with young people. Let them learn as you learn. You know?
I say something, and I've been saying it a lot recently, just with different things I've been involved with, because we're trying to keep the bar on where things are, right?
Right.
And I say this a lot, and people my age and people older than me like get pissed off, but I will die on this hill. When it comes to things in culture and use cases of things, if you are above the age of 25, I do not give one fuck what you think.
Right.
Unless you are somebody who has demonstrated that you are thinking like the people below the age of 25 and you are getting in their heads and also understanding what's happening.
Agreed.
In which case, I agree. I want to listen to everything you have to say. Most people don't do that. The presence of mind to be able to say, hey, culture is dictated by the youngest generation, literally, is critical. I mean, you look at the social media platforms, okay? And one that I got wrong earlier this year actually proved my overall point I've had for a couple of years now. And that is, let's start with, I won't even go to MySpace. Start with Facebook. Mm-hmm. College students were on Facebook first, right? Mm-hmm. No one knew about Facebook. They used it well, though. They were young enough, right? When did it blow up? It blew up when all the 13 to 17-year-olds got on there.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Instagram blew up when all the 13 to 17-year-olds got on there. Even YouTube back in the day was all the kids first, and then the adults were like, yo, video, cool, right? They're going to follow. You look at TikTok. I was on TikTok in early 2019. We talk about people who want it or don't want it but have a talent. I called up every fucking person I know who's like in that age, like 20 to 22, who has a talent. And I said, stop everything you're doing and go to TikTok right now. Me, I was the corporate guy. I couldn't fucking do anything at the time. We solved that problem now, right? But I called them all up and I said, get the fuck on TikTok. Stop everything else. They were all like, it's for the kids. I'm not doing it. Whatever. Now it's stupid. And I'm like, oh, you say that now? There's a fucking 12-year-old on there lip syncing, getting 700,000 followers.
700,000.
Get the fuck on there and show the world what you got.
Right.
Right? So every single thing is like that. And the one I was wrong about this year was Clubhouse, because it blew up at first, and I was like, damn, I was saying it on this podcast. I was with Giovanni Gussin on here. We were talking about it. I'm like, damn, you know, it's the first one to not have, like, it doesn't have kids on it, but like it's blowing up.
Right.
Then it failed. And it proved the point over and over. I'm like, I should have played the long game there and known that. And then now I can see all the problems that it had. But, you know, we look at this. If attention is driven by social media more than anything first, which it is, and it's being driven by the young people, why don't you think everything else is? The last two presidents, and then I'll even include Biden. You know, I know he's older and everything, but he's got the right team around him. Trump, Obama was the first one who really leveraged social media to run his campaign and then win. Trump, who's like this old school guy, leveraged fucking social media to win. If the Oval Office is leveraging social media and they're going to where the young people are, don't you think everything else is going to be where the young people are?
Right. Let me tell you something about Clubhouse, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. How could something like Clubhouse work when 99% of our population are fucking chatty patties? Tell me that. What OG is going to come up in a room, right, with what did I see the other day? I seen like a Trippy Red. Like a Trippy Red was in a chat. Who the fuck, bro? What are you going to learn from a Trippy Red besides entertainment, right? So how could something like that where...
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Mean by what?
Like, what am I going to learn? Like, am I a chatty patty in that case?
No. I'm saying Clubhouse was just filled with chatty patties. Just talking about nothing but bullshit.
I agree.
Starting fights. Bro, if you're not going to sit there, like, this is just another example. If you're not going to sit there, like, every time I'm on Clubhouse, it's always a room where people are talking about shit. One, Clubhouse was huge because people were getting in it early, getting a bunch of followers on it early, and then claiming they're hot shit. And then charging a bunch of people for shit, setting up rooms to listen to music when, bro, you're not shit and you're having people pay you for something. It was filled with a bunch of clout chasers. It was filled with a bunch of chatty patties. And just filled with a bunch of like just regular ass shit, bro.
It was a lot of people. I started to notice this late February is when it started to click for me. I'm like, because when we were first on it, we were all curating our own rooms more than anything.
Right.
Right. And they were solid. It was like people I knew and then people that they knew who they connected me with. And we were having nice, like 15 to 20 person talks. And then I started going in these rooms that had 100 people in them talking about whatever the fuck. And I was always worried about the fucking clout chasing. And the what's the other term? I always say this. Why the fuck am I forgetting it? But like the griftership, right?
I don't know what that means. You got to break that down.
Like a grifter, somebody like a used car salesman.
Okay.
Coming in, they got nothing to offer.
Nothing.
But you go to their profile and it's fucking 7,000 characters long.
Yes.
And like all this shit they do. And there were so many people on there. Like you can almost hear it from their tone. Like the people who. By the way, like how many times on that app would people say, including myself, say like, yo, I think that's spot on, man. Like everyone would agree on shit.
Right.
And then when they disagreed, they didn't know how to disagree and they just fucking fight. But these people would get on there and you could almost tell by their cadence because they sound like a fucking program.
Bro, they're fucking dorks, bro.
Yes.
You got a bunch of dorks, a bunch of losers trying to act cool on a platform that hides their face, that hides their everything. You can see me. I forget where they're at. You can see me. You hear what I'm saying. You hear passion. You got a bunch of nerds on there, bro. And I'm not letting no nerd tell me what's cool, bro. You got a bunch of people trying to act cool on that shit. That's why that broke off.
I think you give them too much credit. I think there were a lot of people who were trying to be nerds on there that weren't nerds.
Even trying to be.
Like
Jesus, bro. I've seen everything on that app, bro.
There's some, like Eric Weinstein was on that app who's great. Total nerd.
Eric Weinstein? Who's that?
He's a physicist. So you know Peter Thiel?
He's not related to the Hollywood film dudes, right?
No.
Right.
No.
I'll say you chilling with them, bro.
no. But he and his brother, I've been fans of them for a long time. They're both brilliant guys, right? Eric Weinstein's a very nerdy guy. He's Peter Thiel's number one guy.
I like Peter Thiel a lot.
Peter Thiel's
a lot of research on him, yep.
And so Weinstein, like, kind of like he found a great place on Clubhouse because he takes no shit. He says what he thinks,
right.
and it just kind of comes off how it comes off.
Right.
Too many people on the app weren't doing that. You know, like he was so genuine the entire time. There were a lot of people just like, yo, I have a chance to fucking fill a silent void right now. If a bunch of people have been locked inside, I'm going to fill the void. And you know what? They're going to listen to what I have to say.
Yes. Now, tell me another thing now. When you take a population of just say, let's talk just like 1 million people, right? Mm-hmm. When you take 1 million people and you're part of that million and you're around like the halfway, you're ranked like 500,000 out of the million, right? And 100,000 people break off and start another app and you're one of them 100,000, and out of those 100,000, they might have been the bottom 100,000 of that million. Start this app and now you feel like you're in the top of that 100,000.
You nailed it.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, bro, I was going in rooms. Right, I was just curious about this shit.
Yeah,
I would go into a room, look through the people, click on a couple people. I'm music-wise right now. I'm a A&R here. I'm a human resources. What the fuck? You only, bro? Human resources here. Public relations here. Right. So then I remember seeing one. It was a public relations, John. It was a girl. So I click on her. I'm looking at her. I click her Instagram. Dub. Click her Twitter that she's got linked to it. Dub. I type her in on Google. Dub. I go back to Clubhouse now, right? And I join the chat this time. Like, cause bro, I just get like, dude, you know, someone that's trying to change the world is always the bad guy, bro. That's a fact. You feel me? So
you think so?
Yes. Wait a second. Fuck Clubhouse. Tell me why. Tell me your argument on this, so I can just give you mine too.
No, I don't even know.
Bro, think about this.
I want to see you highlight yours.
I'm gonna highlight it right now. If I'm okay, if you rob me, just say, and I punch you in your fucking mitt, right?
Yeah.
Who's the bad guy here to the mass audience? The guy punching you in your mitt, because everybody's seeing me knock you out now. You got shit. You're all fucked up, right? I'm the bad guy, right? So me trying to change,
they
like,
hate on the big guy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like. I'm trying, like, if I'm trying, the only people I'm gonna correct in my eyes are the bad guys. You feel me? I'm trying to, like, so if I'm doing something to a bad guy who I believe is doing something wrong to my culture, to my people, to my community, but everyone else, the consumer who doesn't even know what size shoe they are, is just like, look at this guy, you know what I'm saying? But if I call him out, I'm the bad guy. When I'm just trying to fix shit, You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's where the whole bad guy things come in. You know what I mean? And it's
I
one
don't,
of them.
I don't disagree with you, by the way.
Yo.
You were so strong on it. Like, always. I might disagree with that. I think it depends on the context. But I very much agree with you, because I even see it with guys who seem to show their intentions and like don't take themselves too seriously. And the example we always talk about on here, because it just blows my mind, is like Elon Musk.
I was just about to say that.
People hate on Elon Musk.
Bro, no, the OGs hate on Elon Musk. The real powerful people hate on Elon Musk. You know what I mean, yeah, and the world loves him. The consumer likes him, bro. Don't even tell me the consumer doesn't like him.
Not everyone. There are a lot, dude, because he's rich.
Because he's, bro, nah, bro.
Dude,
I don't even hear that, bro. I can't even hear that. I know.
Bro. Did you see this? They tried to cancel him off of Saturday Night Live before he did it.
Canceling, bro, that's another.
Dumbest
let's
thing
talk
ever.
about cancel
Let's
culture.
Talk about cancel.
First off, I want to get back to Elon and shit.
Episode. I love
Thank
it.
you.
But go
cancel
ahead.
culture.
Thank you.
You're a fucking turd if you believe in cancel. Bro, what is cancel culture? Can you give me a definition? I literally don't, like, I don't even, that stuff doesn't even, like, I don't even hear that. Like, you know what I mean?
The definition of cancel culture is, it is a direct way to lose brain cells.
wait, now you got me fucked up. What?
Dude, the entire cancellation thing goes against everything I believe in, which is trying to understand why another person has a point of view, regardless of whether or not you completely disagree with them. Right. The whole point of free speech, which is a great thing that is invented, is to be able to let good ideas win. So when someone...
Positive ideas.
Yes. When someone has a bad fucking idea, you need to trust that even if you have some lulls in the valley where some people buy it for a while, eventually things will come back. And I believe that everyone should have their say, including the people who I may hate, right? I'll fight for their right to say it, because I'll fucking body bag them in the public square when they say it.
Right.
And I don't mind doing it. And that's how we should all feel. So with cancel culture, it is an insult to my intelligence that people want to get rid of people before they even have a chance to argue back, because they're basically proving that, hey, even if I disagree with you and even if I'm right about it, I don't want to argue with you because I'm afraid I'm going to lose. If you're afraid you're going to lose, you probably suck or you don't have a good argument.
Right. Now, to add on top of that, who's making this decision to cancel? Bro, I literally don't know about this stuff, but I've heard it, and bro, like, I don't even, like, you realize, like, dude, cancel culture, right? That's a headline, bro. I literally can't even, my brain, like the way I've been programmed, my brain doesn't even understand that shit. You ever hear a song in a different language and you have no idea what it's saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot of the shit that I literally, it doesn't, like, my brain can't even do the math to add it up. Who is declaring the cancel? Who is declaring it?
The internet.
The internet, right? Dude, a true G, a boss, bro, someone who does shit, does not give a fuck, bro. How can you sit there and say internet with a straight face to me, bro? How can you say social media? You didn't. You laughed. Literally.
I laughed my ass
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't understand how a G, bro, a grown G, bro, can sit there and say social media with a straight face, bro. With a straight face, bro. Cancel culture. This shit. What is that? What are you canceling? Who are you to even, bro? You're sitting there behind your phone and your laptop all day, like looking at shit, like laughing and stuff, and you're gonna tell me that you and your little group of guys is gonna cancel someone?
It's the mob. That's the thing. Even though you're right about those people,
right.
and actually physically you're right about those people. That's where they are.
It's literally exactly that. Literally,
or
that.
Right here. Right?
Literally,
they are literally typing away.
Right.
But when you give them instantaneous access to each other and a bunch of people who are pissed off at the world at the same time, doing the same thing, typing behind that,
pissed off at the wrong shit.
I agree. Usually, right? Because like sometimes, plenty of times, I'll see an example where like, let's use a bullshit one. Let's say someone wants to come out and cancel the white nationalists. I don't disagree with that.
Right.
The problem is people don't draw the line there, and then they go to cancel someone who's nothing like that. Like they'll go to cancel someone who's like a liberal because they don't like one thing they say.
Right.
That's my issue. White nationalists have the dumbest arguments of all time.
Like, that's another thing. Literally, dude, that
let them state their argument. and then watch them get body bagged. You're
Right.
already doing it.
All right,
So and again, I don't want to leave the example there because that's like an extreme example. I'm talking about when people just have like a different opinion on something that is not the accepted thing.
Right.
It's crazy. Like I use the Weinstein brothers. I don't know if it's Steen or Stein, but they're great.
I say Steen. I don't like hearing that
Right,
or Weinstein. I'd rather hear Weinstein than
Brett,
Steen. Yeah.
Gio has spoken. It's going to be Steen. He likes that.
Right.
But like, when they say something, like I love Brett, for example, who is like your prototypical old school, like in a new school way, traditional liberal thinking professor, like in every great way imaginable.
Yes.
When they try to say you're not allowed to speak anymore, and Jewish guy, by the way, they call him like they call him a white national.
Right.
It's like, are you dumb? Yes, you are.
Yes.
You're all dumb. But because a bunch of dumb people get together, apparently we got to listen to them.
Right.
You say, though, like a boss doesn't let that happen.
Not doesn't let that happen. Literally doesn't even see or hear it.
Yes.
You don't even why are you even in a position to let something like that? Like, dude, you shouldn't even be in a position to let that happen to you.
So
what is that?
I always give two examples of guys who they've tried to cancel them a million times. Like different groups have tried to cancel them for shit and it never works. Different reasons. Tom Brady and Joe Rogan. The one thing that ties the two together is they just don't acknowledge it and they're on their shit and they go, oh, is somebody talking? Oh, were you talking? Okay, I thought I heard somebody talking. And they continue what they do.
Right.
They own it and no one can go at them.
Real bosses don't let that affect them.
And so I see that and I'm like, oh, that might be the way to go. And I don't want to encourage people who are like scumbags to then be able to have a system to get around it. Don't get me wrong. But like you have to let everything go and then just fucking beat down the things that are stupid.
Right.
I don't think that's an extreme idea.
So the things that are stupid though should not even exist. Like I said, that's why I'm a mad old head. I feel like a 60-year-old angry dude sometimes, like, because it's like,
let it die off.
One, if it gets there, but before it gets there, do not let anyone around you be one of them people. The only way you become canceled is if the people around you are fucking stupid, bro. Like how, bro, I got my set of 3-4 OGs, bro, that I tap in with for every single call I'm about to make, bro. If I'm about to make a call for something, a play, and I don't get the approval of my committee, it's an L, bro. It's a dub. I'm forgetting about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't let these things even happen. How could you, like, bro, I started to realize, too, they started telling me about this cancel culture shit that even
telling me about it.
Yeah, even like me, who I'll never get too in depth on a certain, like that. But bro, like people like me who just give their shit out loud, I could be one of them canceled dudes that gets like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I care. It's like people are canceling people that care. Bro, like I get if you raped a girl, you into some weird shit, you know what I'm saying?
Different. Yeah.
Bro, that's just weird, bro. Like I'll beat you up, bro. You're a punk, bro. But that, like, bro, everyone makes mistakes, right?
But again, people put people in their place for that. Like, look at the hate O.J. Simpson gets online, right?
Right.
Let him talk because he's just got people. They know.
Well, somebody like O.J. Simpson, though, you're a fucking dude. Fuck you, bro.
I forgot I had it on the shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the point. Like,
cancel him, bro.
But that's the thing. He didn't have to be, because people get it. They're not like inherently. Even though a lot of us can be stupid about shit, myself included. There are certain things in life that, like, when it crosses that actual line, like, not a bad idea. Like, you killed somebody.
Right.
Pretty simple.
Right.
Pretty simple that people aren't going to take them seriously. You're not going to see them getting interviewed on fucking, Oprah.
Right.
Well, maybe if she did it. Well, that's a bad example.
Yeah,
you know
right,
what I mean,
yeah.
though. He's not going to be a pop culture icon in that way, even if he's like, and I'm making fun of him on my shirt. You know what I mean? So, like, there's a level of, like, common sense is left the building with it.
Right.
But I love that you're this guy who's so connected with understanding what people want, but when it comes to just bullshit, you have no time for it, and you're like, what is that?
I have to call it out, bro. Yeah. I have to. Like, I feel obligated to. Like, how could you not feel obligated to remove these pests, these liabilities from the community? You know? I'm gonna break down something, talking about something like that, you know, really getting on their shit. About like, I wanna say like 2 weeks ago, somewhere around there, right? I had this major argument with somebody. We were talking about this, like how, if you have a team of people with you, right? You wanna build up the exact mentality that you have in these people. It's not about, dude, you can't force it on nobody, right? So we were talking about this whole, like, this guy I was talking to was telling me about the consumer mindset, that you have to think like the consumer sometimes and this and that, right? But in 2021, I X that. 2019,
Why?
respect. Because look what you just brought up to me, bro. You brought up cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? Why is our society controlled by something like why do I go on Twitter and I see in trending hashtag cancel culture? Why are people even talking about that?
So, I think there's two sides to the coin. I agree with you on that type of mentality. So, when I'm talking about thinking like the consumer, I want to keep it to like and not as. Don't think as the consumer. Think like them. And when I say like, I mean the things that are outside of where you can have a total opinion that affects your ability to live.
Okay.
I may lose myself here. I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I can put it in words right, but I'm going to try. You want to think like the consumer in the sense that there are certain patterns that are going to lead to buying decisions, right? Everyone needs a buying decision.
Right.
You don't need to then put yourself, because I know that thought offends you, into the worst of the worst type of consumer who's like into canceling everyone and being an asshole behind a keyboard. That person, even though they may be like that, they still have things in common with the person who's not doing that, who's a consumer as well.
Right. In
that they may both like this type of music, to use your industry, for example. And what about them likes that? Like, what was the line from... It was like not attacking. It was kind of like making fun of right wingers, but it was funny. It was Michael Jordan. He was like, Republicans buy sneakers too. That was it. I can't believe I forgot that. Right? That's such a great example because Michael Jordan, I mean, he's never been like loud about politics, but I assume he's like more of a Democrat type. And people were asking him to like get involved in some political races or whatever, and he's like, "That doesn't involve that's not the part of the consumer I need to think about, because my consumer's like shoes." And guess what? Somebody, I guess that was like back in the 90s. So someone who votes for Clinton or somebody who votes for Bush, they may both buy Jordans. So that's not my lane, right?
Exactly.
I think and I'm not like. I know some people want some people to get involved in things like that. That's not what I mean by that example. I mean, if you're talking strictly about buying and selling, there is a way to do that where you think like and not as.
Well, can I tell you something too that I've learned
tell
growing
me whatever
up?
The fuck you want to tell me.
This is something that again I've learned through breaking bread with the OGs is, and especially in my
terms, by the way.
Thank you.
The OGs. What's the other one? Dub.
It's a dub. Good. Yeah, it's just a dub. It's
because it's not a win.
Right.
I'm used to saying dub like, yo, we won that one. But you're saying dub like that's cap.
Nah, like you're a dub.
Yeah.
You're a fuck. You know what I mean? Either way, something I've learned is that, especially through my own, we'll say, career of selling, we'll call it. If your work is good, they're going to come to you.
Yes.
Your cut, like just from what I know is that, bro, if you have the good product... Bro, I'm not saying, yeah, buddy, come here and let me sell this thing. No, bro. I fuck you. Okay? If you want it, come get it. My product is the best, so you're gonna come get it. I'm not making friends with you to come buy my shit. I'm not making a business arrangement with you to come buy my shit. I got the best shit. You feel me?
What was the line in American Gangster? That's blue magic.
Sure.
It's like Coca-Cola.
You see, that's another thing.
You don't get no Pepsi. You get the Coca-Cola.
Bro, I'm going to break something down to you about that. I never prayed to God. I prayed to Gotti. That's how I'm going to break it down. A nice Jay-Z quote for you. You feel me?
Yeah, I know that one.
I watch American Gangster, and I study that shit. I take notes during these movies. People rather put on fucking Adam Sandler and shit. I'd rather throw on some American Gangster and really take notes on what being a boss is, what being an OG is. Because although he was in the wrong industry,
yes,
I don't agree with that. By any means agree with drugs. I've been in, whatever. But I don't agree with that. So what I'm saying is that if your work is good, bro, the fiends are lining up on your doorstep and they're coming to buy that shit, bro. It don't matter what the fuck they think like. It doesn't matter if they like red, blue, green. It doesn't matter if they're happy when the sun's out and sad when the clouds are out. It doesn't matter. If your work is good, they're coming for you. That's it.
Do you think, I think about this a lot, but I think a lot of drug dealers, and we've actually seen it in pop culture where guys leave that game and do great things. I think one of the saddest things is that a lot of quote-unquote kingpin drug dealers move aside all the bullshit that comes with that and the person they have to become and, you know, the life and death things they do. They put their talent, you just said it a second ago, they put their talents to the wrong thing because I think that if they went into a legitimate business, they'd be a fucking king in many cases.
Bro, I always say, I'm going to show you my log one day. You know, what other trapper, you know, kept a log, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll show you my log, bro. I was a king of this shit at 17 years old, bro, because I'm good at business.
Were you,
Nah, nothing, no.
Okay. But I was going to say, I think we got a mutual friend that maybe...
fuck it. I don't even want to talk about that shit. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm good at business. I know how to sell. I know that if you have the best work, they're going to come get it, bro. Why do I care what you like that's another thing, bro. Like everyone's trying to like cater to a consumer. What are you catering to someone for? Jesus wasn't catering to nobody, bro. No one caters to the consumer. You're gonna come buy this if it's good. I don't care what you say. If my clothes have the best product, you're coming to buy my shit.
Was that the business partner, by the way?
No, but that's interesting.
Okay.
That not even close, bro. That dude ain't, bro.
Okay,
come on, bro. What?
Just making sure,
bro. My business partners were fucking. You know, I don't even want to. Yeah, nah. But what were we going on against right back there with the? If your work is good, they're coming. Fuck your consumer, bro. That's what I've learned growing up, you know? I seen people betting, throwing their whole life away on sports, right?
Yeah.
Literally 10 grand down the drain when we were just supposed to go on a vacation, and now you're not on vacation with me and you're not calling me back, you know? I've seen people... So what did I do, bro? What did I do?
Do you know how many people do that?
Bro, how many people, bro? So what did I do? Tell me, bro.
You didn't do that?
No, I opened up a fucking sports book, bro, and gave them all to me, bro. That's what I did, bro. I'll show you. And what did I do on top? I kept logs. I kept inventory. I kept revenue, gross, net, all that shit.
You are a, I don't know if they definitely have an official term for this. I shouldn't say that. There's definitely a smart person with a term out there for this that I just don't know. But you are a savage entrepreneur.
I'm fucking fearless, bro.
Yes, but you are like, you use the words like I will die for this earlier, and we talked about not saying that literally, but like in a sense, your soul would die if you didn't have it.
Oh my God, it would
done.
I can't even, I don't even know what direction it would fly in.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know where's it going.
And so there is, and this is interesting because there is a lack of empathy in you for people who don't see it that way.
Fucking empathy.
And we talked about this earlier, and like I have from my end more of that where I can see like someone is happy not being this way or that way. And maybe with a few more years, you may get to that. But the drive you have, that thing in your eyes when you're talking, which if people are watching this on camera, hopefully they can see it like I do. But that thing is the thing. It's like no one tells, and he's older now and has been through a lot of wars, and so he's not as good. But when he was fucking great, no one tells Conor McGregor how the fuck to talk or what to do. Right. Back in the day, before he lost, you know, at the very end, his body, no one told Muhammad Ali what to do. You know, he was Cassius Clay before Muhammad Ali because he told everyone, like, no, I'm really going to...
How about your favorite artist, Tupac? Yeah.
No one told that man over there that people can't see on camera what to do. Right. You know what's crazy? Fucking died at 25. I think
imagine that, bro.
I think about that a lot.
Imagine that. And imagine this shit. Dude, he's lived, bro. That is what that's what I'm saying.
No one told these people what to do. You
know what it is? Bro, he was 25 years old and has lived forever.
Yes. And that's the thing. Like, there are certain, like, oh my God, bring it over here. You got to tell me about that because I don't see the empty glass over there. I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell me when you need the refills.
Gotcha.
But there's just like, it's in absolutely everything. It could be in music. It could be in sports. It could be in business. It could be in fucking fucking owning a landscaping business. I don't care what it is. There is this thing that happens that you can't put your finger on it. You can't say like, oh, it's that thing he does with this word or that phrase or how he says this thing. It's just this entire vibe that when you're sitting across from it, and I've been lucky enough to sit across from that a lot, with a lot of people who do a lot of different shit, you just know. You're like, yo, yeah, this person's got it. This person's fucking got it, right? And so when I look at you as an entrepreneur, I'm not even talking about music right now. Right. And I know like music is your that's what you do. Like that's what you eat, breathe, and shit.
How we get our message out.
Let's go a step above that. As a guy who within the music business just happens to be that thing because you're passionate about that topic. As a guy who wants to fucking build something, there is this fire that's like, there is no other option. No. I'm not going to go do that. There is no plan B. There is no plan B. There is a plan A, and it's not even a fucking plan. Right. This is just this is the road. I'm running down
life. Right. And I completely agree with you, bro. Because when you start to break it down, and when you start to have plan Bs and plan Cs, when you collect that check, that steady check, and you get it the next week, and you get it the next week. And now you go shopping because you know you're about to get the check next week, and you have no vision, and you keep doing that. Eventually you get sucked in, and eventually you never make it out. So that's something that I've always put my mind to, is you just can't get stuck on one thing. Like you can't get, like, you know, bro. So you're a very rare case of what, because I just heard you said you had a corporate job. You got out of it to chase your dream here. Right, the worst fucking people, actually. Thank God you left there.
You know what's funny about that, though?
What?
I worked for a guy who, for his entire career, built from nothing and got to where he got and was able to do it for a lot of years before there was a ton of regulation. He was at the right time by saying, fuck you, I'm doing it my way.
Right.
And so he was able to do that, and I recognized that, oh, I'm in the wrong generation with a bank because you can't do that at a bank anymore. Right. You know, and it went fully corporate. Can't do it in general no more. Because look, what did you just talk to me about right before this, bro? Fucking cancel culture, bro. Yeah. You can't say fuck you no more. You know? I already expect to be the bad. I grew up being the bad guy. I guess right, bro. Right. Yeah. I only understand this because, like I just said, I grew up being this bad guy, bro. You know, but I knew, bro, assets and liability. I always knew you as the sweet kid,
bro. Because I love you, bro. Gio. You're family to me, bro. You know, you, Nico, Andrew, family. You're now my family, bro. Yes, sir, bro. There's something with me is, if I give you some work and I front you, you're giving it right back to me, bro. That's it. And then take your shit, run off, build your own kingdom. No harm, bro. But if you're a little chatty patty, if you're in on some bullshit, bro, I'm letting you rip, bro. I'm ripping it, bro. Pause. But now, you feel me? So the way I break it down is, bro, I gave this kid.
Do you talk like this with them, by the way?
With who?
Like that guy. Let's use that example.
Of course I do. Bro, this is me. Yeah. This is who I am, bro. I can't get it out of me, bro. It hurts. Sometimes it hurts because, bro, you have to tell the average person something 9 times for them to understand that. You realize that? You know how fucking stupid you have to be to have to hear something 9 times?
We got off this earlier. I want to go back to it because you're going right into it right now.
Right.
You're talking about the school programming, and I had you define it literally twice, so that like I could understand exactly where you're going with. But when you went on this unbelievable monologue with that onto other things, so I just let it keep going. Right. But you made a great circle of life example in there where you talked about this whole 5 to 22 thing, where program, go to class, kneel, stand, do whatever, raise your hand, exactly. And then you related it back to the real world and corporate culture and how banks, I think you were talking about like getting a loan from a bank.
It'll give a kid $150K.
Well, according to my Excel spreadsheet here, you don't have the proper score for me to get you $30,000. I may be able to do 27. Fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you. Pay me. Right. There's not that thing where people don't have the ability to rebel. And I'll say this as a sidebar very quickly. A lot of this has to do with our overly litigious culture. No one wants to be the first to get sued. That's the thing, right? And they're all afraid of that. But your point, this is the bigger point that's more important. That mentality that they program us with, Because I agree. I've been thinking about school a lot recently. When I started,
you went to Bucknell, right? You did the whole.
I did. But and you know what? You know what's funny? I think I just fell into the right places, but I loved my college education.
Right.
Loved it. That's why for a while I couldn't understand when other people were like, yo, fuck that. Even people I went to school with, like at the same school, they were just in a different major or something else. They're like, bro, I got nothing from that. Bro. It's like, if you don't find the exact thing that's for you, you're fucked. I happen to find the right fucking major, the right fucking professors. Like, I nailed it. And so I was blind to the fact that other people were like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with philosophy 205.
Right.
You know? So I looked at the very beginning of this podcast when I was trying to figure it the fuck out and doing a little solo thing here last summer, I looked at the college debt. That's just one thing. And I looked at the system they put people in over and over and over again and how they make them pay all this shit. And then after I did those episodes, I started thinking about it like you. I started thinking about, middle school, high school, the fucking elementary school. You walk into class, you raise your hand, you fucking have the subject matter from 10:10 to fucking 10:47, and then you do this other subject from there. And I was like, wait. Isn't this kind of how we were doing it in like 1954?
Right. And it was cool then. It's cool.
Yeah.
And for that generation, I'm not hating on it.
Things change.
I'll leave it there.
Yes, that's my point. It's like, that worked, but are we using the same telephones we used back then?
Right.
No, we're not. We're not on a landline with the cord sticking out and fucking rolling the dial. We're using iPhones to have the internet and music and fucking everything on there. So why are schools, I don't care if they say, well, we've changed this, we have whiteboards, we have this type of subject. Fuck that. Why are schools doing all the same main attitude things? And then why is it carrying over into the corporate world? And I've seen this up close. And you have, but not from being in it. And more power to you for that.
Thank you.
More power to you for that. I've seen it being in it. When you ask a question to people, and I rub some people the wrong, I was always great to people, always treat them like gold. But if they answered a question with an answer that made no fucking sense, I would give them 3 to 4 chances to change the answer.
Right.
And if at the end of those 3 to 4 chances they did not change the answer, I destroyed them. As I said, you have no fucking evidence for what you're talking about. This rule you're saying, like my whole thing with rules is someone tells me don't kill somebody. Makes sense. Makes sense. Right? Like someone tries to attack me with a gun, like, okay, I can kill them. That's different, right? Someone says don't kill somebody. Makes sense. Don't rob somebody. Makes sense. Good rule. Great evidence. Someone says rule X and it has no evidence and it makes no sense. I now want to break that rule with every fucking thing in me. When you're working at a corporation, especially a bank, they live to not do that. So you'd ask these people these questions like, wait, why can't we, you talk about loans, I love that. Why can't we give that loan to this business that's doing $10 million a year? Oh, because they're in year 3. We can't give them that loan. Fuck you, dude. Give me the fucking paper and let's go.
Dude, speaking on that too, you know what the fucking banker told me, bro? The bank likes businesses that are super solid. They like landscaping, she said to me. I said, so you're telling me.
Oh, you're bringing up all my bad memories,
right?
Man. You can't do this.
So I tell her, I said, so why don't I just open a fucking LLC in landscaping, and then I'll come apply for a loan. And you know what she tells me? No.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Right. So what the fuck you want me to do, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing here? Also, another thing. Talk about banks. You said you were in the banks and shit, bro. I ran a major loan sharking business growing up and shit, especially when it came into the sports book. I don't care because this is all past shit. I don't do none of this no more. I'm in a credit. I'm in a business. I'm in a longevity. I'm in a generational wealth. Man. Yes, generational wealth. I'm in a family. I'm in a just real business, bro. So I'm not into that shit no more. But what you should be, bro, speaking of real business, how come a bank, right? Pause for a second. How come a bank, bro, can give me 20 grand, just say, right? Bad personal loan. We're not talking, bro, I don't fuck with that personal loan shit. That's for the birds. I'm talking about business loan. But now on a personal loan aspect, how come a bank will give you 20 grand, but charge you 100% interest on it, bro?
100% interest?
100%.
Bro, what fucking bank were you
All right, we'll go to Credit Karma, bro, for you. I'll show you something. Pre-approved loans. Because one thing in the credit business is you don't want hard inquiries.
Credit's going away.
Okay, that's something. Let's keep that because I'm coming in on that for
Credit's
you. Let me find Credit Karma real quick. Hold up, right? Let me show you something. If you look on Where's it at right here, bro? It tells me, I forget where it is.
While you're finding this, keep finding this, I just want to say this.
Uh-huh.
If people ever accuse you of not being fucking real, show me those people. Something's wrong in their head.
Bro, the same people that say that.
Whether people will love it or hate it or anything in between.
I don't even give a fuck.
You say exactly what you're thinking.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that. I don't agree with all of it, but like I love that. Like when I sit across from someone that's like, "Yo, no fucking bars here. I'm gonna spit." Like that's a dream sitting in my position.
Right. Well, tell me something, Joel. Who are you worried about?
Who am I worried about?
Like, why would you not say everything? I'm not speaking you. I told you, right? You see, I told you. I get a little, people take it. I'm not talking about you. I'm speaking.
Well, you said you. But yes, I know you.
Bro, you're sitting at a table. Bro, I don't sit at tables in front of people with people out. Bro, if I didn't fuck with, bro, you're hearing it.
I know.
I already know what you're up to. I'm sitting here. Trust me. It's not about you. That's what I was telling you earlier.
You were, and I'll give you credit too. You were a fucking day oneer on this, and I appreciate that.
Yes,
brother.
sir, bro.
Thank you.
Always, bro. That's something, bro. If you love something, bro. If you really like something, why don't you not show fucking support, bro? That's 100%. Another thing with the consumer, bro. Let me break something down on this too. If you're
this episode is wild.
Thank you, bro. I told you, bro. I'm only coming correct,
dude. I knew it. I knew. Like when my boy was like, "Yo, can we do the 18th?" I'm like, "You mean I could do Gio on the 4th?"
Right, bro. And bro, 18th, 4th, 27th. It doesn't fucking matter to me, bro. This is every day.
Days.
This is every day, and I would love to come back here and show you what the fuck I've been talking about and how it worked out. You know what I'm saying?
I want to do that.
I love that update shit, you know? Because when I see something I really learned in my life, I forget what we were just talking about. I'm going to dub it, though. It was about the credit limit.
You were looking up the credit limit of something where they said they were going to give you 100% interest.
Yeah, look, if you do...
Or charge you 100% interest?
Yeah, so look. Okay, just say I want to... this is pre-approved, by the way, and Credit Karma, don't really look at your score. They just give you a bunch of bullshit. If you look at a loan amount for 20 grand, okay? Where's it say it right here? We're looking at $725 for 36 months.
Wait, so total over 36 months.
Times 36.
20 grand. So divide that or times 725 by 0.66.
Yeah, my shit went up. That's Lightning Club.
Do you have a calculator?
Here we go. Here's another one.
725 times 0.66.
No, fuck that one.
That's 500. So 500 annually on $20,000. That's what? 2.5%.
Yeah, but now here's another one.
That's not the worst. Wait,
bro,
that's
I
not
have a 760 credit score, bro. I'm talking off my boys that I've made them download this.
I was going to say, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, my shit's 760. That ain't even a dub. But here's another one, like $675 a month for 60 months. Let's do the math on that.
Wait, $675 a month?
For 60 months.
So $675 every month?
Yes, they gave me two pre-approved offers.
How much is the loan?
$40,500.
How much is the loan?
$20,000. So what I'm trying to say is that, look, they're making 100 because this is bro.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Give me that. What the fuck bank is that?
Hold on.
And this is for you with a 760 credit score.
Fuck, I lost it, bro. Lending Club.
I don't even believe that.
Here's another one. Interest and fees, 15 grand. There's another one, bro. Look at that. Interest and fees.
What kind of loan is this?
Bro, these are pre-approved loans. But what I'm saying is, what the fuck is a college loan, bro? It's pre-approved, bro.
You know what?
They don't give a fuck. They're just giving it to you.
This blows my mind, right?
Yeah.
We have this expectation. Like, when you are a 16, 17-year-old kid, if you're a guy, you're loaded, you're young, dumb, and full of cum. Mm-hmm. If you're a girl, whatever the fucking girl version of that is, your whole idea is independence. Get the fuck away from the man. Get away from daddy. Get away from mommy. Go somewhere. Right? And by the way, what else? I'm doing the thing that is making my parents proud because they hang out with their fucking buddies in the town and say, oh, my kid's going to this college or whatever.
Right.
And I'm also doing the thing that society says, oh, this is what you do next. This is it, right?
Right.
So I'm going to get in there and my parents say, well, college is expensive. We don't have all the money. No problem. Uh-huh. And that's fine. Like some parents, a lot of parents are like, I mean, they're charging fucking 50 grand a year for a lot of these places. Now, how the fuck are people supposed to afford that? So parents are like, all right,
bro, when the girls are playing Ride the Bus.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling their son or daughter, like, hey, you got to get some loans here. Perfectly fine. They go in there to get a loan. Somebody, male, female, somebody at the age of 17, going for their independence, doing what society expects of them. Fucking banker puts in front of them, hey, that dotted line right there, you sign that. You get all of it. Oh my God. Oh.
What's turning me on right now, pause. But
what's 150K?
Right.
It's 150K. I can make that.
Your first year of college.
I don't know. You know what? I already had a job at Applebee's this summer. I cleared like 5. How hard is that going to be to get 150K? Then they do 4 years. They play ride the bus a bunch. They play some pong. They have a good time. They fucking fuck everything with a pulse.
Right.
They get out and they're like, oh, the real world's here. And they're like, oh, fuck. There's like rent. There's healthcare. There's fucking groceries. I gotta go out and have fun, right? Oh my God, I'm living paycheck to paycheck and I gotta pay $2,000 a month to student loans.
But they love it. They love it, bro.
I don't think they love that.
Yeah, if they didn't love it, they wouldn't be doing it,
no,
bro.
No. I understand what you're saying. They love the idea of going to do it. After the fact, though, they all have regret of it. They all don't. Okay. They don't miss. Hold on. Actually, cap on that. They don't miss the experience of college. They all look back on that, as they should. It's like, yo, that was fucking fun as hell, right? But they hate the fact that they're like, wait, what the fuck did I get for that? I drank a lot, but like, did my education? Wait,
and
why
you
am I not
spent money
making
on your fucking alcohol too, and your drugs.
Yes. And it's like,
and who was giving them to you?
Yeah,
the OGs.
Yep.
Y'all were doing it. I was giving it. You feel me? Y'all were betting. You were betting through my shit.
I'm gonna get in trouble if I expand upon that. So
nah,
I'm not gonna expand
don't expand upon what I said, but expand on what you're saying. Now, I just want to make that clear.
But that's the point. Then, when they're older and now they're a little wiser, right? I give them credit for that because they're just older and they're in the real world. They see what that bill looks like. They see what. Even if they still don't understand cash flow, which frankly, that's something they don't teach in college, so people don't fucking understand it.
Bro, college don't teach you how to put people on payroll.
They don't teach you shit about that stuff. None of that real world application. Some business schools do, obviously, which is great. That's a benefit of having a business degree. Not that I'm biased, but either way, like, you know, they don't teach you that thing, and now you see it, and you're like, oh fuck. And you may not say like, yo, I regret the experiences I had in college. No, I love that, but like, God damn, am I fucked right now? And so many people, unfortunately, it does. Like you talk about the people who you don't understand who have to work for somebody. Do you understand that a lot of people are forced to do that because if they don't, they're fucked? Like if I thank God. Listen to me. I thank God every day. One of the best lottery tickets I ever got in my life, and I didn't have gratitude for this until the year after college when I started to realize about this, is that I was an only child. And so my parents could afford to send me to college. One of the greatest gifts they ever gave me is that I left college without debt, because then I started to see that people could not take the chance on stuff because they literally would not be able to do anything in their life because their credit score would be below fucking 300.
Why?
Because they couldn't pay their, because they had student loans. And that's the point.
And now
we expect that decision making from a 17, 18-year-old. That's why it's a bullshit system.
Right. And as a parent who might be an immigrant, who might not have it like you wish they had it, who might be this, who doesn't have the right mindset, it's going to feel some type of way, and they're going to force you to go to college. You're going to be forced to. So now you have to take that loan out. At 17, 18 years old, bro, I was doing whatever I wanted, bro. But I have these values and respect in me to where I was still listening. My mom said, yo, we got dinner on the table at 7 o'clock on Sunday. I was there, bro. I wasn't missing that shit. Because I still respect it. You know what I'm saying? I still do. But now you're forcing kids, like you said, at 17, 18, to make terrible deals. All right, let me ask you another thing. You ready? So, if just say you, okay, in my brother's perspective, as a young artist, as a young boss, a young OG, I'm building up, giving him his own kingdom. If he's looking at the TLA, you know the TLA on South Street, the event center.
No.
I don't know the full name for it. It's called the TLA. You ever go down South Street in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
You know Lorenzo's Pizza?
Yeah.
You know across the street, the big place where all the rappers' names, all the bands' names, all the concert. Bro, you kidding me, bro? You don't know TLA?
I'm a New York guy these days, man.
Bro, anyone that's grown up around here knows it. Whatever, bro. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. So we got the TLA, right? It holds 2,000 people. Right, my brother just sold out a show a year and a half ago before COVID in Philly with roughly 500 to 600 people. Right, we want that TLA. We want that 1,500 to 2,000 people venue, right? If I can't get that right now, if they say you need more revenue, you need more streams, we're just not letting you. Bro, what am I gonna be like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna just go to Voltage where we were. No, bro. I'm gonna put in that work so I can get there. So now what you said, like you said, if your school's lucky enough to have a business school, right? I'm pretty sure you just said that. Did you just say that?
Something along those lines.
Something along those lines. Why, dude? I can say this confidently with my heart. I'll say not. You see that? I don't want to hurt people's feelings because like everybody gets their fucking feelings hurt. But in my life, 80 to 90% will say of people that I knew that wanted to go to a specific college did not get accepted to that college. And they want somewhere that they got accepted to. Right? How the fuck are you? So, and they got loans. They got them loans. They were spending them loans. They would get that $7,000 a semester or something, you know, back in their, I don't even know what it's called. Can you tell me what it's called just so I know? It's like you know how you get money back as a student sometimes when you get loans, you can just keep the cash, just like you could do whatever you want, go straight to your bank account, like a grant. Whatever. Everyone I knew was getting that shit.
There was like the Pell grants and stuff, but I don't know if that's exactly what you're referring to.
Whatever, bro. I'd see all these college kids get these loans back or taxes back or some shit. I don't fucking know, whatever it was, and then just go fuck it off, dude. So it's like, one, you were denied something that you truly wanted, so you accepted the plan B. You went to the plan B. You have no idea what finances are. You have no idea what loans are. You have no idea that you're being programmed into a fucking dictatorship, bro. Into a jail system. It's bro, every time I'm not even allowed in my old high school, first off. I've showed up to speak to somebody about something I wanted to do with sponsorship for basketball. I've showed up, and they said, oh, you're not allowed in here. There's, you know, because they say that the school safety laws with the fuck. Bro, I'm an alumni. You can.
What do you mean school safety laws?
Well, bro, you know there's all these weirdos coming in shooting shit, bro. Yeah. Like some sickos, bro. You'll all get fucking pissed on if I see you. But it's like, so it's like.
They're kind of doing their job.
Who? The shooters?
No, not the shooters. The fucking people not letting you in.
You never know. The way the world works now, I seen on Facebook. He said, bro, I'm getting dehydrated from talking so much. But you see my lips, I'm starting to get the pussy lip, pause. But so you got dudes that are on here, right, on Facebook, athletic directors, all this fucking shit, all these positions in school, typing away, all you, what are they saying? Like internet entrepreneurs from Gloucester Catholic flexing, doing
everything that we didn't teach.
Right. Saying, where are you guys at? You should be putting your money up, this and that. Bro, I think it was like fucking,
You ever hear, and maybe this is a little unrelated, but this is just so fucking interesting. You ever hear the idea, I don't know if people have said it like this, but someone definitely has because it's not that profound, of like the rebel becomes the establishment?
Yes, but I don't fully understand it because...
Can I give you an example?
Yes, okay.
Facebook.
Right.
Facebook started as this upstart social media company out of it after the Winklevoss drama, which, you know, they fucked them over, but let's just say out of a dorm room. Right?
Which no one knows about the Winklevosses until the movie came out. But anyway.
And by the way, credit to those guys because they swallowed everything that came at them and they built, and they're fucking successful as fuck now.
I mean, bro, they're fucking cappers, bro.
How are they cappers?
Bro, I've read deep into this, bro.
From who?
Respect it.
That's important.
Whatever, bro. Everything. I'm a big reader.
I know you read a lot, but like who?
I don't have one credible source now. I have many credible sources that I believe.
Shit are you reading?
Bro, the whole internet, bro. But I will never, bro. You see, look, like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't even say that shit with a straight face.
No,
like,
you can't.
Bro, because that shit makes me laugh. But
there's a book. Listen to me. I'm going to put this on because, like,
wait, fuck the book. Just tell me about them.
This guy reads a lot. Like, seriously. Like,
right.
we're always talking about books and shit. Bitcoin Billionaires by Ben Mesrick, who wrote, you know, the movie Social Network?
Yes.
He wrote the book that was that.
Okay.
You know the movie 21?
Nah.
With Blackjack, Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
He wrote the book that was one of the best fucking writers on planet Earth.
Writer?
Yes. When he wrote The Social Network, you remember the movie? The movie was kind of not nice to Zuckerberg because his book wasn't that nice to him either. Because he was
it's media manipulation.
Well, no, he didn't like the guy very much. Because he spent time around him.
Who didn't?
The writer, Mesrick.
Didn't like Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Well, where's Zuckerberg?
But listen to me. Listen.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg, if the Winklevoss twins had not settled the suit, people don't know this, in 2008, they settled. And by the way, you want to talk about betting on yourself? They refused to take the suit in cash payment. They had Emmanuel Urquhart as their attorneys, who's one of the best law firms in the world.
I respect them for believing in themselves to the point of no return.
The fucking attorneys like cash.
Right.
So when they were offered $65 million in cash in 2008 and they said, no, we want it. The company that just fucked them, they removed them, the Winklevoss twins removed themselves from feeling fucked and said, do we believe in the actual thing they've created? Yes, we do. We want it in stock. The attorneys screamed at them. They said, no, we know what it is. We're going to make a lot more money on that. And they did. And then they built off that and they built their own thing. So
shit, bro.
This is the narrative. You have the same narrative that everyone else has. It's the same narrative I had. Ben Mesrick wrote a very unexpected sequel to that book 9 years later called Bitcoin Billionaires, because he fucked with the Winklevoss twins and he's like, they're two tall blonde guys, they're from some money, they went to Harvard, they're the fucking, they're the poster childs. But why do these guys never respond in public? They don't listen to, when all the people make fun of them, they just dirt off their shoulder and they focus and they build. So he went and looked at what they were doing and he was like, holy fucking shit. They built this fucking empire with a company that, was their capital VC company, and they went into a space that none of the establishment was in, and that now they're worth billions of dollars. Billions.
Right.
And the story has changed. And like, same as you, I didn't know that either. And so like, I see that and I don't even remember where the fuck I started with this, but in a way it's weird because I was starting, this is what it was. I was starting with Zuckerberg as the example before the sidebar. Started as the rebel, right? Started Facebook, changed the internet 2.0, whatever. At some point, you stop being that company in the dorm room. Fucking Google. They were in a garage. They were students, PhD students one day. They were the rebels. They had no money. One of them was an immigrant. Started as the rebel. Become the establishment, right? So there's this thing that happens and you don't know. I've never experienced it myself, so I can't say. But like, I talk about this with Anthony and Riley a lot. My gosh, shout out Soar.
Those are your boys. For like 5-6 years now since the original crowd.
And that is by coincidence. You and I did not know that we all knew each other or whatever. So funny how small the world is. But like, I talk about with them all the time. At what point do you realize we've lost the whole three assholes in Jersey just doing some cool shit, and suddenly we're the corporate mindset, we have to do this, we have this expectation, we have a PR team? Like, where does the culture die? So fuck, man, there's so much shit you're saying today that's like profound, and I don't even agree with all of it, but it's just like you're honest about it.
If you don't agree, I want to know why you don't agree.
I don't. No. But that was a general statement.
Just in general,
like, You're saying a million things. There's some things I'm like, I'm not sure about that. If it comes up again, I'll bring it up, and I've said it a few times today. But like, when you stop being like that upstart, you become the thing that you hate. That's what I'm getting
to
at.
Who? That's when you're not the fucking boss, bro.
No, the opposite.
What do you mean then?
The opposite.
Why?
Maybe not the way you define boss. This is a really fucking
if you're taking
complex.
somebody else's money, you are not the boss anymore, bro. So whoever you're talking about, if they're taking someone's money, which that's the only way to lose what you're doing.
The people I'm talking about aren't taking
so
people's money.
So what do you mean by that exactly?
They try to. You start as trying to change the world, right?
Right.
Like what you say.
Right.
Do something different. And then eventually, when you do the thing different and it works, you want the same thing. And so now you're the new world order, and now you want to keep that world order. You don't want to go to something new. I don't know if I definitely didn't bring this up earlier. There was something you were talking about thinking like the customer, and you said we were using a Blue Magic example from American Gangster.
If your work's good, they'll all come to you.
You know who believed that more than anything?
Who?
That guy.
Facts.
Steve Jobs.
Facts, bro.
Steve Jobs said the customer isn't going to tell you what they want. They can't put it into words. They may even tell you the opposite, but I know what they want. And so things like when people wanted to do the stylus pen, right? That's important. Or people like to feel the keyboard. He said, you already have 5 fucking stylus pens on one hand. You have another 5 on the other hand. And you can fucking use that to also type away without actually putting any exertion on your goddamn limbs to do it. And so people flipped. Remember the BlackBerry culture when we were young, right? People
big BlackBerry guy.
This doesn't have buttons. We can't do it. Steve Jobs said, "You're not gonna want any fucking buttons." Comes out with the iPhone at first. You know, it was Apple, and he had built Apple into a powerhouse by then. So there were people adopting it, making money, but a lot of people were like, "I will never stoop to that." 2 years later, they're all there.
Right.
Your grandfather who came out and said, "I'll never have a fucking iPhone." 8 years later, mine did. Right. Like, and my other grandpa is always first in line to get the newest thing.
Yes.
That's the mentality you got to keep.
Yes. Now, I totally 100% agree with that. Now, let's add something to it. Look on the other side. Android. Right? Why are they still around? Because their product is undeniable.
Yeah.
Their speeds are faster. Their camera qualities are better. The real tech dudes I know do not fuck with Apple. Right? So,
really?
Yes. Because the work isn't as good as the Android work. Right? So Steve Jobs, yes. He's
also
solving,
been dead for 10 years. I remember that.
R.I.P. Steve.
Yeah.
So exactly. And nobody, everybody is their own individual person. Right. Steve might have had a couple of mentees. He might have had a couple of students. He might have had a young bull that he felt like was him to the T.
Johnny Ive.
Sure, but he will never be Steve. So the point that I'm making here is that Android's work is undeniable.
Yeah.
So they're still around. They're still applying pressure. Windows, their work is undeniable, still applying pressure. It's all around. Apple, on the other hand, like you said, understood the consumer. Understood that, we're dealing with buttons. Let me throw in a touchpad. They understood, on these Blackberries, we got 100 volt. Let me just throw in the Apple home screen. It's all right in front of you. It's all boom, right in your face. Pow, pow. It's all done, right? So Steve, on one hand, understood, fuck the consumer. My work is so good, I'm going to get them, right? But now Android, on the other hand, said, fuck the consumer. My work is so good that the real OG is going to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? The real G is going to fuck with me.
Same side of the same coin.
Same side of the same coin. Different side of the same coin is what I meant.
Yes.
It's the same coin, just a different side.
Yes.
Which makes you think now, how many different sides are there to life, right? How can I sit here and say to you, fuck the consumer, my work is so good, yous are always gonna bang with me. Since I was young as shit. Anything I did, yous have always, because I never give a fuck, it's always my work. But then on the other side, I just explained how, you know what I'm saying? Or you explained how Apple just put out something that was an issue to people, and they just hopped on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, do I like Apple better? Yeah, bro, because it's like I said, it's Apple, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's an important point.
You
said the OGs, the tech guys, they like Android better.
Yes.
I think it depends on the guy, but I bet a lot of them do. And I actually know someone who do, so I agree with you. But you and I, are we coders? Right?
No, we're not.
We're not.
We're not.
And guess what? More people than not are not. And more people than not, regardless of what we are, you're a fucking boss. I'm trying to be a boss here, like doing this thing, right? We're not a boss, and we wouldn't lie and say, we're a boss in tech.
We don't got to be a boss in tech, though.
Exactly.
Right.
So we are the consumer in that case, and that's okay.
No, we're not.
How are we not?
No, we're not. Why would we be the consumer in tech?
In that case,
hell, we are using tech, bro. I don't even want to simplify it that much to that case. Let's talk in general, like in tech. Like, we're not consumers to this phone.
How so?
Because I don't sit on my phone and look at what other motherfuckers are doing and shit. I hop on my phone and I start calling up, bro. My dad.
No, okay. Stop.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yes, major issue with Steve Jobs did. Actually, we'll break that down.
You are not. The point you're making for me is you use it as a utility.
It's a utility. It's a tool.
Yes. You are not looking at it for what's the code base on here or whatever.
Who are we canceling today? Fuck you.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So we are in that case, we are the consumer. We consume it to do business on it. We may be using it for better utility than the person who's fucking scrolling away all day. I can respect
that. We could put a lot of perspectives.
Yes. I think you're just allergic to being the consumer, but that's okay.
I'm allergic to it. I fucking hate it on that, bro.
I'm a call you on it what you are, though. But that's my point. Like, there's things about it that, like, Steve looked at it like, who is the average person, meaning not the average person, like, who's a nitwit, even if you include those. Who's the average person who's just, like, not working at Apple headquarters or fucking Google or Facebook every day? That's it.
Right.
That's all it was.
Right.
Right? And so that could be the smartest guy on planet Earth. And it could be the dumbest guy on planet Earth. If they're not working in tech as a coder.
Bro, I agree.
Yes.
He gave the good work.
Yes.
He got the results, man. He's fucking... You want to hear something funny about Steve Jobs, actually? Which I guarantee you nobody knows this shit, because y'all are too busy watching fucking David Dobrik's and shit. So, yeah, go laugh a little bit. So, my people know that Steve Jobs actually made more money off Disney than he did on Apple.
Pixar, baby.
Yes. There was more. If I read something where his amount today would have been like 300 billion in his stock that he had on that shit. Could you imagine that shit?
I don't know what Lorene has, his wife, Lorene Powell Jobs, but like she got a certain amount. And, and to your point, he would have been, that's including like corporate stock grants that he didn't end up getting because he died. Yeah, he'd have been worth at least that.
Bro, so somebody like Steve, right? It makes you think that was his passion. That was his vision.
Do you know what? Do you know what? How he looked at himself, though?
No, I don't. Actually, tell me.
You do.
Tell me.
You've read it.
Tell me though. I want to know your opinion on it.
Did he? It's not my opinion. It's how he looked at himself. Wasn't. And I don't mean to cut you off, but it's important for the point you're making.
Right.
He didn't look at himself as a tech guy creating great tech. He was an artist.
Listen, bro, that's something I want to say here.
Do it.
This whole Apple, all this shit, that was Steve getting his message out to the world, bro. That's exactly what we use music for. You know what I'm saying? All these things I'm saying to you, I express them through my artists. I express them through my art of business, the art of war, the laws of power. That's how you build a brand. That's how you become what you want to become. It's not about Apple. It's not about Aktive Records. It's not about Windows. It's not about none of this shit. It's about the message you have to put out to the world. Us as men, in my opinion, which I want to validate, because there's, what else are we here to do? Us as men are born to come onto this earth, to create offspring, and to build, to just build, to create new things, right? So you got, when in any of the hieroglyphics and any of the ancient scriptures, where the fuck did we see school at? Where did we see that shit? We're here to build, bro. Let's break down another thing here.
School as they have it now, you mean?
Bro, school was always like this. When the fuck was it different?
No, but I mean in the context of time, right? Maybe in like 1954, the way they have school right now would have been relative to the innovation and the abilities we had as humans. And I mean that because guess what? School's not much different. I don't care what they tell you. It's not much different than it was in 1954 right now, and it's not
at all. Except for the fact that we don't get beat with sticks and shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Which, talk about jail, bro. What is that?
So we were talking on fucking phones with cords hung into the wall and moving a fucking dial like that.
Well, that's what I want to say on...
And now we talk on an iPhone, and yet school's the same.
It's this... How? And that's what I wanted to say. Why I'm not talking about my aunt, uncle, mom, dad, the generation on top of us, big brother, big cousin, whatever. I'm not talking on that, because that's serious. You know what I'm saying? That is, bro, they didn't have this, bro. I swear to, bro, last time I used like a laptop to conduct business, bro, like email, this, bro, was, I might have been, oh my God, dude, like 17, I want to say. Like before I even realized that, like, that people want to hear your voice. That's one. People want to hear your voice, right? So I don't blame. I'm not talking about no elders. They do their thing, bro. They bust their ass. They do what they gotta do, this and that. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody in our generation, right, to fall victim to a cell phone, to fall victim to a laptop, to fall victim to a TV, bro, you're a fucking nerd, bro. How are you falling victim to things that are supposed to make us, right? So you add something here, right?
What do you mean make us?
Let's draw back to the early 2000s, to the late 90s and the 1990s and shit, right? So look at the .com, the bubble, the internet bubble, all this shit. Mark Cuban is a great example I always like to use, bro. The computer came out Mark Cuban goes and gets some broadcast.com thing. It's hot right now. He sells it for like $6 billion. It turns out to be the worst deal ever made in history. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. He
was ahead of his time with that too.
Right, but anyone can be ahead of their time. Like, he took something that was given to you to watch Victoria's Secret fashion shows on the internet, which is what he did. But he said, fuck that shit. I'm going to build this, and I'm going to broadcast the consumer shit. You know what I'm saying? So how could we take a phone, how could we take a laptop, a TV, and fall victim to it? I think
escapism.
Escapism. All right, so let's talk about that.
I think people are so. You know what? Actually, this is even bigger than that. I think this is a good place to inject this.
Right.
I think that in a world that has so much transparency to seeing how every fucking thing works, that knowledge is freedom, but it's also a curse. And it's a curse in the sense that it has a constant reminder around us to detract from whether or not, or to detract from our ability to feel a purpose. So like that could be anything from like the girl who sees the perfect Instagram model and assumes her body has to look exactly that way for her to have any self-worth, all the way down to the guy who's working a great job that's making him a lot of money and maybe not according to your standards because of how strongly you believe, but to like a person who's happy and making a lot of money and getting his retirement fund and has a great family and can pass down something that maybe his father couldn't pass down to him. Now he's looking at that job and saying like, well, wait, that fucking guy's a billionaire doing this. That's cool. This isn't. I don't feel like I'm doing anything here. And the fact of the matter is, even though we're talking like this and people all want, like you guys like you and me, want to chase something great, the number of people who will actually succeed at that by percentages cannot be fucking 50, right? There's going to be people who even try to do that and fail because they're not good enough. It's the competition of society. And so people are looking around, and you saw this more than ever with the COVID pandemic. When people were at home, they had time to go into their heads and think and fucking sit behind the keyboards and look at everything that was happening and get angry and madder and fucking get a comment off just to get pissed off and whatever. And now people are like, yo, what is my purpose for being alive? And I say this all in a world where we're at the precipice of it, but we have not entered the full AI age yet, right? Like that hasn't fully happened yet. It can happen any day now. Like we're there, right? But it hasn't fully happened yet. People are already wondering this shit. It's tough, man. It's tough because people understand numbers and they get pushed down by them. Your attitude is, fuck you, I'm gonna go get it, and I don't give a shit what the percentages are. I'll fucking figure it out. Right. There are very few people who have the ability to cut through the bullshit and find a way to say, hey, win, lose, or fail, I'm gonna go for it.
You know where that came from? Two places that came from for me. One, when I was 10 years old, I realized my name was Georgios Caradonis. With that fucking name, bro, you better be doing something big. I want to make that clear right now.
What do you mean you realize your name?
Dude, when I realized, like, holy fucking shit, bro. This is my name. This is what I'm representing.
It's a badass
name. One, look at what I'm representing, my last name. When you realize all these things, that's when that hits. And two, when I realized, bro, like, how are you not going to take that jump, bro? How are you not going to pivot to that? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that has to do with your surroundings. Okay? With your surroundings, right? So I like I like that.
Dude, but, you nailed it.
Yeah. So something I've always like talked about was the reason I'm so hard on my little brother Benzy, who's literally going to be a global phenomenon one day, okay?
Dude, he's gotten a lot better too.
Thank you.
I gotta say that.
Thank you. And that's another thing. Let's talk about foundation.
How young did he start, by the way?
Like he started before me at like 8 or 9 DJing and shit.
No, I mean like as
artist wise, with a name out with a web.
17?
Yeah, 17, 18 or something, right? And he's 20 now. So think about that's 2-3 years, bro. A lot of people are, you know what I'm saying? They're deluded. Oh, 3 years, fuck it, bro, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But that's not our belief system. Anyway, I'm so hard on this shit because when I see my father at 50-something years old, got his partner, went overseas, purchased the most historical soccer team in the country of Greece.
What team?
One Iraklis FC. 25, 30,000 people.
What town is that?
Thessaloniki.
Wait.
With Balk, with Aris.
Yeah, I was gonna say Balk and Aris.
Yes. If you look my father's name up on Google,
there's a third one?
Yes. You will see paparazzi pictures of my father on the beach, paparazzi behind the fucking trees snapping them with the Aris owner, with the Balk owner, with shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's with the enemy.
Of course he's with them. He's trying to win, bro. Okay, we're gonna talk about this later too.
Nico's definitely not happy about this.
No, he's not. But fuck it. But
fuck you, Nico.
I can't even say anything bad about Iraklis. Hilyachronia Iraklis. I don't know what that means. I remember you saying that since we were young. Now you've been saying that for 10 fucking years. I remember that exactly. Right. So break this down though. I see my pops at 50 plus years old. Okay, who's a president of more federations and societies than I can even count. I haven't spoken a full 2 hours with this dude in 10 years because he's so fucking busy that I seen him at 50 plus years old go overseas with his partner, beat out a fucking multi-billionaire from the Arab Emirates, from Dubai, off of his speech. Bro, my father and his partner, bro, they do not have $1 billion, bro. Neither does his partner, bro. No one's got $1 billion. My father beat these Dubai motherfuckers, bro, on a deal to purchase this team, bro.
Now, did they purchase another team?
Who? The Dubai guys? No. They got kicked out back to their country, bro. This is our fucking shit. You're not coming in here and buying our shit. Yeah. This is Greek, bro. That's another thing, dude. There's nothing wrong with sticking to your culture. Yeah, it's a thing everywhere. But here in America, for some reason, people don't understand it. People get pissed at people sticking to their cultures and shit.
I think actually,
what?
Wait a second.
Wait, I'm not talking white and black, by the way.
No.
I'm talking about Greek, Italian, African American. I didn't think all this shit. These are all cultures.
I didn't think you were going there.
Right. A lot of people do though, and that's bullshit, bro.
Hold on. I got to process for a second.
Tell me.
Because that went the way you were explaining that. It's hard for me to put into words.
My father went back to his country, said fuck you to a multi-billionaire team of motherfuckers trying to buy this team.
That's what it was. Hold on.
Yes.
That's what it was. You're saying, because the context of that was in Greece, there's nothing wrong with, like, in your country, like, yo, this is our soccer team, we're going to keep it here, right? Like really, we're not going to let outsiders come in and do it. But then there's a false equation with America. This is interesting.
Bro, America's fucking stupid.
No. Hold on. This is interesting. You say that about Greece. I agree with you too, because Greece. How many people live in Greece? Like
9 to 11 million.
Yeah, it was like 10 million was the number.
Right.
So right in the strike zone. It is a smaller country with a lot of pride. It's had a lot of problems too for centuries.
Enormous problem. That's because of America.
Well, maybe, but side issue. Won't disagree with that. Side issue. China too. A lot of issues there. But you look at it now in America, way bigger country, built upon all these countries, including Greece, of people who came here. The false equivalency that's like a little bit of hypocrisy, but I get it. And what you're saying is that in America, it's okay to be an American and be about that and be about the American dream and everything it offers you.
I didn't say that.
Hold on. No.
Yeah.
The other side of it is what you said. It's okay to be like that because in a way you are following the American dream, what you're saying. I'm completing your sentences here. So afterwards, if you want to correct the record, correct the record. Right. But on the other end of it, it's okay that also when you're here to remember where you came from and the other people who have that thing in common with you to be able to stick with them as family within the context of America.
That's what America is.
Yes.
There's no such thing as an American, bro. There is, but there's not. America was created, 300 something years ago?
Couldn't you say that about any country though?
No.
Technically.
No.
Because what's 300 years to 3,000 years in the context of human life? We could say we're all Israelites. We're all Romans. Bro, we're all fucking Greeks.
Excuse me.
We're all Africans.
Julian, no, brother. No, bro. Where in the past, we have America, right? Standing right here. That's 350 to 400 years old, right? So why all of a sudden is everybody pissed that the Greeks are staying with the Greeks, right? That the Italians are with the Italians, that the Chinese are with the Chinese, that the Africans are with the Africans. I'm Greek American, right? The Africans are African American. The Italians are Italian American. Why is everybody pissed that now all of a sudden we're trying to stick with our cultures? That does not mean that we can't invite somebody to our culture. That does not mean that. And that by no means means that. But what I see in America is the real OG saying, not the issue. Bro, what, like all that white shit, what you say earlier? What are they called? White
nationalists?
Nationalists.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
Well,
that?
they're
What
in
the
it.
fuck
Yeah,
is that?
they're-
Bro, you're in a country that welcomed, that this is the American dream. Bro, fuck all that shit. I don't
They're
want to fuck
below
that
the
shit.
conversation.
Right, I don't even want to
They're
talk
below
about
the
that shit. What I'm
conversation.
saying is that our culture is our family, bro. I will never fuck another Greek, bro. We'll never fuck them. Pause. I like that little look you gave me. Pause.
I misunderstood for a second.
Right, I know. That sounded funny, bro.
Yeah.
But that's why I said pause.
Fuck
But
over another Greek.
Fuck, sure. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. But what I'm saying with that is, bro, this is where I come from, bro. I got people in my country that need help. I got people in my country that through this pandemic were broker than anything. Greece doesn't have money, bro.
And
I
the
know music
the
artists.
restrictions there were insane.
Bro, I was there for a year during the prime of the pandemic, bro.
Did you have to text the government to leave your house?
Yes, but you know what I said? Fuck you. You think I'm going to text you to leave my house?
Did you get fined?
No. You know why?
Why?
'Cause I don't give a fuck. Because I'm an American citizen.
Or because you didn't get caught?
No, of course I got caught. Everybody gets caught. On every corner they're there.
How'd
but
you
I
not
had
get
to
fined?
find me. Find me. Bro, I live in America. Am I going to court? No.
So they just walked away?
They walk away, bro. It's like, bro. The point I'm trying to make with that too is that you can't. How could you call somebody daddy for something that doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I texting you to leave my house? How? We're programmed from legit to fall into these traps. Bro, there's 3 types of people in this world. You said 4. I'm going to stick to my 3. That's all I know for at the moment. And we'll break down the third one because you said it breaks into 2. But the one that doesn't know, which I would say is 90% of the people, the one that knows and does, which is 1%,
Yeah.
and the one that knows but doesn't do, which we could say is probably 10%.
And that's the one I broke into 2, but yeah.
That's the one you broke into 2. But what I say by knows and doesn't know, I'm talking deeper than knows and doesn't know. And I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say here.
No. Maybe I will after you say it. But
Somebody that thinks they know, okay, in my eyes, is somebody that does shit. They do things that aren't directly correlated to the biggest dream. Who is the richest man on earth? I don't know, but just say he's got 20 billion.
I don't think anyone knows because it's a Saudi over with some oil.
Exactly.
Thinking that he's looking at that Forbes list going, that's nice.
Right.
Yeah,
he's fucking us right now.
As if they knew.
Right. I agree with that. And that's another thing that bothers me.
I gave that look, by the way, because I realized that was a different list. I thought you were doing the same list as earlier.
What list?
That was the list we were doing with people who want it but don't want it or what. Like, we're getting complicated.
In a way, but no. In a way, but no.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh shit, I misunderstood what you were saying. You're talking about like, and you may have even said this earlier with another There's been a lot today. There's been a lot today.
Right.
You're keeping me
But that's
honest.
what I do, bro. I gotta break it the fuck down for everybody because people you can rewind this.
Keep going because you said people who know but don't know.
Yes.
Think
By
they know.
people that I know, I mean, are you cracking the fucking Matrix? Do you realize? Listen to what I'm talking about here. You can hear it, like, dude. Like I'm looking at, like, it's funny, but I'm looking at like Elon and shit, blowing a blunt down and shit.
Yo,
like that's funny.
Elon. We got 3 of them.
That's hilarious to me. Like Elon's a no Matrix. Elon's going to Mars. Elon doesn't care what you say.
Yes.
Elon has his company. He's smoked a blunt with Joe Rogan. He lost 10% of his stock price. Who gives a fuck? Look at it. It's right back up this past summer, which I bet you nobody knows. They did a split. What happened after the split? It still tripled. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to go in depth with. I doubt we can get it all done here in this segment. Sorry. So I would like to keep it going another time, but let's keep this pushing right now with what I'm speaking about.
Keep going.
So what I'm saying is if you know or don't know, I'm not saying like you literally like, oh yeah, dude, I want to get rich, bro. I got this idea, blah, 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 blah. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about knowing and not knowing the way I'm saying it right now, bro. The way, are you an OG? Are you a boss or are you a young bull? Are you a consumer? Are you a fucking punk? Are you someone who cancels people? Are you someone who just chatty patties all fucking day? That's what I mean by know and don't know. You know what I mean? The know isn't, oh yeah, I made it a little bit, so I know. Like, I know I want to get on. I know blah, blah, blah. That's not what I mean by know. It's deeper than that. Do you know the laws? You know? Do you know the values of a true OG? Of someone who runs the world, of an Elon, of a Steve, you know, of a Dame, you feel me, of a Master P.
Do they really? Hold on though.
Right.
And this is a compliment to all those guys.
Right. Tell me.
They're themselves.
Exactly.
All those people you just need. I think I'd have to list. That was a list of 6 people.
Bro, you're proving my point here.
They all stayed the rebel.
Yes. You're proving my point majorly here. The point is that these dudes were the rebel and stayed the rebel from age 5+. Before 5, you don't know. You don't know if you're a girl or not. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea before 5. I don't remember anything. You know what I mean?
I thought I was going to be the next Allen Iverson.
Really?
I did.
For some reason, dude, I know this sounds funny, guys, but I haven't seen Julian in a couple years. Like, bro, I remember you fucking with AI a lot. I remember you wearing his jersey. I remember you representing the dude. I remember all that. And also on top of that is when you become, I'm sure you can attest to this, when you understand, when you know, when you see and understand that I'm talking about, there ain't none of that bullshit around, bro. You could sit there and tell me, yeah, I just talk to AI. Yeah, all right, you just talk to AI, bro.
Yeah, sounds good.
Either way, it don't fucking matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so dudes that are out here talking like, bro, do you know how many times someone will run up on me, bro? Oh, what's up, brother? What's up, brother?
I think the offhanded, like when someone's just saying what's up and they're not trying to impress the people around them.
Right.
I think that's somewhat normal.
Cool.
Like cool. Dude, there's people that I've never met in my life. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Like it's not like, yo, what's up, brother?
Bro is loose.
No.
We'll call bro a loose thing.
That's what I mean.
But even the word bro shouldn't be thrown around like that.
You're talking about, and I don't know, like, I see that as purely loose slang in that way. Maybe you see it differently, so we'll disagree with there.
Right.
You're talking about though when people, let's give a visual example. We're in the Borgata.
Cool.
We go into Premiere.
My favorite place, by the way. Borgata.
I fucking miss that place, man.
Yes,
I can't wait to go.
Right.
Like when I'm in AC, I tell people this. I'm like, we can't. What are we gonna do there? Like, no.
Yeah, what are we going to Harris?
No, we're not going to.
I'm a fucking G.
No.
I'm stepping up in the Borgata,
We're seeing
dog.
Justin.
Right.
We're talking about, do we want the table straight across from the act, or do we want the table like right on the diagonal, the diagonal, or do we want the one right up by the DJ booth?
Nah,
like,
we want to dap him up.
Which one do we want? I like the straight on.
I like that too a lot sometimes because they do eye you up. You say, yeah, dog,
yeah, the levitated straight, dude.
Everybody got their hands up like, yeah,
man,
bro.
You're bringing
I
me,
respect that.
You're bringing me right before, not right before almost, but like a few months before Corona, Labor Day, September, we got a table. It was my friend's birthday, and so I was like, yo, she was asking which club we were going to go to. I'm like, there's only one club. And I'm like, so we're going to Premiere. And she's like, okay. And she's like, oh, 2 Chainz is playing. I don't know if we can go there. I'm like, now we're definitely going.
Definitely going.
Right.
Yeah.
So we get Nico and me know the guy Justin. Nico knows him a lot better.
Okay.
Nico's like boys with him. Now Justin knows me because of Nico.
His last name?
I don't know his last name. He's the long haired guy. Works the front of Premiere. Like he's like the manager.
Cool.
Right. But I call him up. I'm like, yo, can we do a table for 2 Chainz? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, we got to do a good one. We get that fucking levitated one, not the one right next to the DJ booth, which, by the way, was double the price.
Yes,
let's be clear.
Always.
But the one straight across, like eyes
literally
on.
like straight ahead.
Eyes on.
So like
him.
you're standing on the top where you can sit and you're just staring at
holding up.
Same.
And, yo, Nico came too, by the way.
Yes.
He ended up coming to that. We had fucking bottles like hanging up.
Right.
And 2 Chainz that night was like way too high, but his DJ that he brought was, I swear to God, dude, best DJ I've ever heard.
He was on you all night.
The whole night. He's like, yo, these motherfuckers are crazy. Straight across.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know why I just got in my pre-COVID feels there, but yeah, like, you gotta do it right with that shit. I have no idea what we were talking about.
We were talking about loosely throwing around the word
right, that's
brother.
What it was. So
we were also speaking on.
So what I was saying is, let's say you have a bullshit table, whatever.
Right.
You got a table, right? Maybe you spent money you don't have, but you got a table at Premiere. And another
Which
guy.
anyone in the club's a fuckboy unless you're celebrating. But okay,
fair. Fair. Agree with that. I've actually never been there for a non-birthday or like bachelor
non-birthday,
party.
an achievement,
exactly.
a Trendifier episode. We might as well go fuck it up tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was always something related to it, but interesting. But you could have a table and then I got a table. Let's say I'm legit and you're not. You're Joe Blow. I'm fucking Joe not Blow. Like, if you come up to my table in front of everyone who's there and bring a couple of your little drag-alongs with you to act like you're important and you're wearing some fucking, fake suit out of nothing, and that's not a fake suit right there, by the way.
It's Tommy Hill. It's Tommy Hill right here.
But I'm saying, like, you're wearing something you got at the Goodwill store and trying to make it look good and whatever to impress somebody, and you're coming up like, yo, bro, you remember me? What's up? Yeah, how are you, fam? Or something. That's when it's bullshit.
You're a fucking turd.
That's when it's bullshit.
The fuck you talking to this dude fam for, bro? Who the fuck is this guy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people throw that around.
What is all that? Yeah, but this is something. Don't look away for this one. This is something I really want to focus on.
I'm not.
Too many people don't believe in themselves enough to find satisfaction in claiming the relationship with others. Like, I know a lot of people in the music industry at my age, right, who are from Philadelphia, who are from New York, who are from New Jersey, who go to certain places and certain positions and have to claim me or someone they know to try to fit in. And then I'll have somebody, bro, this is real life shit. And then I'll have somebody call me and be like, yo, bro, what's his name was here saying yous are fucking boys. I know he's capping. And I'll say, who said that? And because me and my dogs, me and my OGs, we're not fucking chatty patties. Don't tell me the name straight up. What's his name was here, claiming he knows you, talking to all these G's, bro, that he knows you and that when this dude's a fuckboy, bro. I haven't done a single business fucking venture with you in, honestly, never. The dude I'm specifically thinking of, never. So why are you out here claiming people's names for respect? You're just insecure? You don't have enough, let's say, enough power, enough understanding of the laws of war. All right, so fuck all that. The two most important things to me that will eliminate people doing that will eliminate you calling fake bros and fake brothers and fake families, that will eliminate you from being a fuckboy from a consumer, is pick up some information on laws of power. Pick up some information on arts of war. Go back to laws of power. Laws of power.
What is that?
Laws of power. Pick up the book and read. You know what I'm saying?
Never read that.
I'm not speaking on that shit here. Right? Art of War. How do people win wars? Read the Art of War. Look into people like Machiavelli, Napoleon, all these. Napoleon was 4 fucking foot.
I love that you said Machiavelli, by the way.
Right. Well, that's
shout out, Pop.
Yeah. Right. Bro. It's just how, like, all right, bro, right there, like, you're giving me, I'll say something, you look around and look, him, boom, oh yeah, him, boom, good example. Bro, we have all these examples in front of us, but yous are following the fuckboys. Yeah. How are yous like? Because dude, I'm a mad young boy. Honestly, I'm not even a man.
The fuckboys show them a life that they want that may and very often isn't real, may not be, and very often is not real, and yet they expect that they're going to have that thing. And like, no, this is interesting too, because you're in an interesting industry where you have to show power, right? You're also in an industry where a lot of people, not necessarily, I'm going to pick more on another side of the business here that you're not in, but let's use it as an example because it's important. A lot of people who are in personal management, meaning like outside the labels and stuff. The labels are a separate thing and there's plenty of issues there.
You're talking just managers that manage independent artists that are just running around out here?
Or no, regular signed artists and shit. That
are just managing them.
Yeah. Like
they're never label guys. So they're just they're the personal family guys that are part of your family.
Could be artists, could be athletes.
Right.
There is a heavy coefficient of scumbaggery in that industry of people who are they're leeches, they're fucking rats, they fucking hang on, they're star fuckers, they want and they tell them everything and then they latch on, they leech off, they suck off the blood and they get all the money and they don't give a fuck about you. They only care about your star power and whatever.
Right.
When you see people like that, they give a bad name to every apple in the basket, right? And actually it might work out for you because enough people who are in the know, who are in it, who actually pay your bills will know that, so it works out.
Right.
And you're a guy who doesn't care about opinions, so you probably wouldn't give a fuck. But I'm saying in the court of public opinion, people will still question things.
What is public opinion?
And
what is that?
And
Can you explain that to me? what public opinion is?
God,
What does that
that's
mean?
Such a good question.
What the fuck is public opinion? Why, if I tell you, Julian, Julian, take off the hat, bro. I don't fuck with it. What are you gonna take it off, bro? No. What the fuck is public opinion, bro?
People, I don't mean to like toot our own horn here, but people like you and me who have demonstrated public abilities, like demonstrated with evidence,
Right,
to not really give a fuck, are rare these days.
Of course.
And so
They shouldn't be, though.
And in the context of business, it can cost some people, including people like us who are like that, because the masses are trained to think what the mass is supposed to think. And so they put, this is getting deep, but they put an attitude on something that doesn't really exist, and they hate on success. They hate on things, right? So when you see industries that have a level of scumbaggery, and it's true.
Yes.
Like when I'm talking about personal management, which again is it's a little bit of a left turn from what you're building here, but it's in the same, it's a cousin of what you're doing, right? There, and I've seen examples of this, man. Of
course.
You want to talk about people who walk up to tables and act like they know everyone? Find someone in that industry. One of my closest friends, my fucking brother, Chaz Servino, is in that industry. He's one of the best people I've ever known in my life. And the thing about the athletes and influencers that he's worked with is they're always stunned that he exists, which is very sad.
Right.
Because he genuinely is like the sweetest person of all time. He doesn't know how to be a dick.
Right.
Which people who played against him in high school and college and football would not believe, but that's the thing. Like,
I've looked into him a little bit. I see what you're saying. I respect that dude.
He was a dog.
Yeah.
But he's like, yo, we don't talk about that.
Right.
Like, something happened between the lines.
Right.
He lives his life to like never be like that, right?
Yeah.
But he still has to work past that MO when he's developing relationships with people because they assume. And they go, oh, wait, it's this industry. He's going to be like that. Because everyone he's competing against is fucking like that.
Yes.
And we've seen it even in business that he's lost before, like where someone else gets it. He ends up getting that business or having the guy come back like, yo, I'm sorry, man. I fucked up. That guy's an asshole.
Yes.
Because one example I'm thinking of, they burned a bridge with somebody. Pretty powerful guy, right? Very powerful guy, who had a nice table with some important people at a very big Super Bowl party a couple years ago in Miami. And they walked up to the table. This is 6 months after burning the bridge, going, "Yo, we know so and so." That type of guy, manager with the players, he manages. Yo, we know so and so. He'll let us here. And then so and so happened to walk up. So I'm sorry. Did you just say you know me?
Right.
Get the fuck away from. You know what I mean?
Right.
People are like that,
bro. Because you need to see something with that, bro. It's everything I do every day is to build my reputation. Yes, that's my business, bro. So when you got dudes that you're saying certain industries require this, no, bro. You are your industry. You are your boss. You, as an OG, as a boss yourself, no matter what industry you go to, people know you for you. Not, oh, you see, that's something that I want to dismiss as well. I want to dismiss all that shit is... Bro, you got dudes, like you said, who they'll hop into the... Bro, you, right? I've known you. You've talked forever. Since I was a little kid, I just remember you being the best talker, man. You could just speak. You're just conversationalist. You know what I'm saying? That is something so rare nowadays, bro. Of course, bro.
I like to think I listen pretty good, too. That's what I pride
one of the
myself
best.
on.
One of the best, right. Bro. Seriously, one of the best,
you mean
bro.
That?
Do I mean that, bro? You're on episode 51, bro. You're on episode 50, 51.
52.
Am I 52?
You're 52.
Ah, bro. I'll try to be 50. I'll try to be the start of the new year, you know?
Sorry, pal.
Fuck it, bro. But
Nico got that.
Shout out
that's
OG
a good,
Nico,
that's a
bro.
good second
that is
place.
bro. Honestly, place. I'm grateful
cheers.
and I'm honored to be after Nico. So thank you. And I'm grateful and honored to be after guys like Riley, guys like Anthony Finu, guys like Giovanni Gussin, who feel the same way as me. Not to the T, but I could say that I feel the same way as them, actually. I won't speak on them.
Giovanni just laughed his ass off and went, no, he still gets it.
Right? yeah. Right. Go fucking
Giovanni
dude,
was like,
man.
wait. Oh, no, he's right. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Nah. But music is my outlet to give my message. It's something I'm in love with, you know? My brother, for an example, like he is going to be a global phenom.
Yo, can I play that cut?
Yeah, for sure. Play this, bro. I want everybody to hear this, bro. This is some unreleased work we have right here. This is the next track we're coming out with. We just did the collaboration with Madhouse Records in Greece, one of the biggest labels in Greece right now. We dropped the track on their album. We're running that up. That's at like 20.
What album?
On their album they just dropped. So Madhouse Records did a joint album where it's all their producers and they put artists on there that they want to sign. So they put upcoming artists. So we just dropped that. We're up there in the leaderboards. We're going to run that up because that's what we do. So on top of that, this is the next single we're dropping. We're shooting all this shit in Greece this summer. We're going in 1 month in July. So I want you all to hear this. This is a global this is an example of an artist who thinks outside of the box. Outside of the box. How so? Through knowledge, man. Through research. Through self-opinion. If you hear any of my brother's shit, bro, it is literally how he's feeling in his moment.
The lyrics.
Like, yes, I know that's very like stereotypical.
It is.
But, bro, that's cap, bro. I don't give a fuck who, bro. Everyone's shit's cap, bro.
What's like?
What's cap to me?
No, not that.
I want to know.
No, like, has his process changed over the years? Like his creative process?
Never, bro. This is just what he does. My brother has songs on YouTube.
How does he make a song? Like what drives it? Like,
so what drives it is he put out a track on that album called "Fell in Love." I fell in love with the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm feeling stuck and you ain't there to pick me up. You feel me? Dude, originally, bro, someone might hear that. Oh, wow, this dude's a fucking crowd. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm listening to that shit. I'm saying, damn, bro. These past couple months, I've been so invested in myself. I've been so invested in bringing us up together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just bringing us up that I forgot to invest my time in my brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to put my all into my little bro. I've been so focused on our future that I forgot our present.
Because he's talking about his present problems.
Right, bro. And I'm now realizing to myself, damn, bro. My little bro put that track out because he's feeling like I want
to stay with this. Keep going.
He's feeling like I ain't there with him. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling like, damn, bro, this little Gio, like, yo, what's he? You know what I'm saying? Because as a young bull, when you, bro, all right, fuck a young, as an OG, when you put the smallest bit of effort into someone and it's your family and you build them up to a certain point, and don't get me wrong, bro, my brother's a fucking bro, just a superstar, bro. He could have got there on his own. I just pushed it way faster than he would have got there on his own. So when you do that for somebody and you
He's still
build
not there though yet. He's getting there.
Bro, dude, like, you see, so the getting there, explain to me what getting there is to you. What do you mean by getting there?
You're not Drake. You're not The Weeknd.
Nah,
you're not. Hold on. I'll keep going. You're not. I won't even use names. You're not a guy who has, let's say, 7-figure fans around the world and is fully self-sufficient as an artist. You are the level. There's like 2 or 3 levels that exist below that where you have some legitimacy in different and varying opinions, and he's in one of those 3 levels. All right, let's just put the cap on it there just for today's purpose, for the pot. But like, getting there to me is my brother's children. I'm watching my brother's grandchildren, his grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching them put on for the world, bro. I'm watching them do what they want to do. His grandchildren. Yes. Not his children, his grandchildren. Because of the self-sufficiency that he created within the family. And by the way, that unlocks a whole nother thing, right? Which is a very common quote. I think, who said this originally? I'm going to definitely get this wrong. But I want to say it was like Teddy Roosevelt said this. But he was like, I don't know about those the son of a very rich man is often never a real rich man or something like, you know what I mean? I believe it. I see where he's going with it. That's an interesting thing about generational wealth. Right. Because, and by the way, also what's interesting is like your dad, for example, came here and worked his way into that as you were growing up.
Yes.
You didn't grow up with a fucking gold spoon in your mouth.
No, I didn't have to jump up. Yeah.
With the gold. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk.
You
we
didn't
can
worry
talk
about
that.
you didn't have to worry about meals at all. Like he had done well for himself.
Right.
But you weren't a fucking trust fund baby when you were born.
No.
There are people in this world, and you could, if you were born now, you could be.
Right.
There were people in this world who there are a lot of people in this world who are born into that, and it is very hard. That is an environment thing. It is very hard to instill that in an environment where you then become self-sufficient and want to grow. We
didn't play that?
We didn't play that. No, hold on.
Oh, dude, run that up, bro.
let's
Run
hear
that
that
up,
shit.
bro. I can't believe that.
All right, here we go.
Coincidence, I hit that turbo, try to catch up fast and furious. I love my nose, butterflies. I love my hoes, no lower than a 9. And best believe I got a bro, he keep that 9. One call to his phone, he pulling up in 5. Shawty told me pull up, told her come out to the city. It's me and my homies, bring your friends, let's get it litty. Sipping on some Dawn while we bumping to some 50. Shawty got that achy sticky, told her put it down on me, put it down on me. I just want some real love, what's the price gon' be? Do I gotta blow up just for you to love me? How am I not enough?
Thanks for coming in, my dude.
You already know,
All right.
bro. Yes, sir.
Everybody else, you know what it is.
Okay, then what's up?
Pause.
Give it.
You feel me?
I wasn't gonna say that, but give it a thought. Get back to me.
Sure.